something.
Well, hello there, my peons.
Fuck off, Whitey.
Oh.
Cut!
What's the thing you use as well? Dark
Dark theme?
Yeah. Dark theme users.
No, fuck off.
It's pure theme.
Hello there, dark theme users.
Like literally the majority. Like
You have to use lights. I don't.
No, not like me. Honestly, like, can you imagine Alan, like, whenever he sits down at Discord and he's just like got in from work and his eyes are like bloodshot and he's all fine, he turns it on and it's like, and his like eyes just go black and like dried out and he's like, yeah, this is fine. What's Jack said?
No, well, that's the thing. Like, I remember when I went around Alan's and we had the lights off in the room and everything, and he opened up Discord and the room fucking illuminated. I took a picture of it and I'm sure I sent it to someone. I can't remember where I sent it.
I
remember it.
It's like the singular lights.
Yeah. Had me looking like a golem, like sitting in the chair.
I think that was when your leg was broke as well, so it was even more beautiful.
Fucking, I don't know how you can deal with it. Like, it's so painful. I've started using the YouTube dark theme as well.
I recently went through everything on my phone and made everything black, like all my chats, like in a black background.
I'm gonna have to go back real quick.
Oh my god!
I know.
You see, but like the thing about it is, like, it became such a fucking meme of me using light theme and all this sort of shit that now it's just to rebel. It's like, no.
You kind of change it now. It's who you are.
It's a part of his, like, being small. You know, I kind of change it, even if I wanted to. Like, fucking... Oh, that's sort of dumb
I
shit.
found the picture. I found the fucking picture.
Oh.
2 seconds. Holy shit.
Beautiful picture. God, fuck, I hated it when I broke my leg. Nightmare.
Him propped up with his fucking crutches and everything.
Oh.
Look at that light, man. It was blinding. There's no need. It's like he's just staring at a fucking light like a moth.
Very, very spooky. It's a very spooky spooky thing. And speaking of spooky, RE2.
Andrew knows it all. He's clocked it.
I don't know it all. You don't talk.
You've clocked it, haven't you?
Played the demo. It's very, very, very
Same
fun.
thing.
Jack, have you been into it?
Nah, I've never played Resident Evil. I've played, I think maybe it's one or two. Like you like start. It was on the PlayStation back when I was a kid, and it was like you started as a policeman dude, and then there was a zombie in the back of the car, and the car crashed, and then you were like standing in front of this flaming wreckage with zombies coming at you. So me being a kid, I was like, oh, I need to shoot them. And then you use up all your ammo. Then I was like, how is this even literally possible?
Oh shit! You run away from them.
No, well that's the thing. I didn't know that. Like I was just a kid. I was like, oh, you shoot the bad guys, and it just didn't process for us that I had to run. So I just never got past literally the first screen of the game.
I like this is kind of off topic. We'll jump back in right now, but Jack and Daxter are one of my favorite games ever. Like. Right, when I first got that, I was dead used to like Crash Bandicoot, and do you know how the levels are all like teleporters and shit?
Yeah. So like you've got like level 1, level 2 kind of thing.
Yeah, so they're all teleporters and stuff, and so start up Jack and Daxter, and it fucking mesmerizes us. Everything about the game's fucking beautiful. Animations are on point. I do like the first level, which is like the training section, and it's like you jump in a portal to get there, and then you jump back. And so we're in the hut. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Ari, what do I do now? And so I go to the portal and I'm like, because like it's got no other portal options.
Yeah. I know, like, yeah, it's the only portal in the hut, isn't it?
And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, Ari, I must have missed something. I replayed the tutorial part about 100 fucking times before I accidentally like moved my controller wrong and I ended up outside of the hut. And I was like, oh, there's a game out here.
Some DSP shit.
Ari, like, like my dad never really cared for it because all he saw was me playing the same fucking level
Yeah.
over and over again. So when I start getting a problem, my dad's like, yeah, what you playing? And it became like mine and my dad's game, and we didn't have a fucking memory card, so it's the only game that me and my dad have collectively fucking speed ran.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one game I could be very confident in saying I could speed run. Because me and my dad had a speed run it with all the power cells. We got all of them.
Yeah, because is that that secret bit, isn't there? When you collect everything or something.
Yeah, it's it opens a door.
Yeah.
I've got such a fucking little place in my heart for that game. But
Returned.
Hello.
Hi.
Talk about Jack and Daxter.
Well, we were talking about RE2 and him as a kid, not processing the fact that you have to run away sometimes, and you survival means you cannot use up all your ammo.
Yeah,
just shooting zombies.
I had it for my PlayStation 1 when I was a kid, and the first screen, you've got 4 zombies on screen or something. So my first, shoot them. So I'm shooting them, and you run out of ammo, and I'm just like, oh well, I guess I'll
win
fucking
the game.
die.
Yeah, I think I had a similar experience.
There was a very similar game that I played that, same thing, PlayStation as a kid, and it was literally, I think it might have been by the same developers now that I'm thinking about it, because it was almost identical, the camera being in obscure places and stuff. It was a big science facility, I think, or some bollock. It was pretty much Jurassic Park, but Resident Evil gameplay. And then there's just this bit where you go in this room and there's just a fucking velociraptor or some shit, and then I'm like, oh, I'll shoot that shit. So I shoot it to the point where I've got no ammo, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck. I played it loads. Put hours into that game, and I don't think I got past the first bit, because I didn't get it. I couldn't understand it. But it's literally survival horror style.
I still remember
I don't know what that game was called.
Well, it could have been just another Resident Evil, There was fucking loads of them.
The first Resident Evil I ever played, I had it in my head for years Resident Evil was a first-person shooter. Because the first Resident Evil game I ever played was a first-person shooter. And it was you chose between the characters, and you had a time limit, to the missions. And when the time limit nodded off, fucking Nemesis, I forgot what the fucking, I didn't know when this was, whether this was the Leon Claire Mr. X, or whether it was some other tyrant type stuff from it. But one of them chases after you, and it's the scariest fucking thing ever, because he follows you just about everywhere after the time limit.
Was Nemesis the guy with no lips? He's just got teeth.
It was probably something like Code Veronica, Alan, because
it was Code Veronica, definitely Code Veronica.
Yeah, it's it's almost like Time Crisis.
Yeah, or Time Splitters.
Yeah, yeah.
I've really quick. Sorry, I've just looked it up. The game was called Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
And it was actually by Capcom.
Huh.
Literally, imagine Jurassic Park meets fucking Resident Evil. That was
I've
literally
heard
the game.
stuff about
Dinosaurs
it.
aren't scary. I'd fight a dinosaur.
I'd fucking deck a dinosaur.
I'll be honest, I didn't think zombies were scary. And then
Wait, not when the pixels.
No. I've never thought zombies were scary. And then I went on kind of because I watched Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that recently, and I was what I haven't watched in ages. And it was the first one I watched as a kid, but I hadn't watched it since. And it was I think it's Return of the Living Dead, and it's the one that's kind of a little bit campier and stuff.
Oh,
and
the really, really fucking old one.
In the graveyard? No. It's in the 80s and stuff. It's got colour.
Yeah, 1985.
It's the one where it's not the George Romero didn't do it, but the producer had the fucking had the Living Dead thing so he could use it. But it was I swear, I'm never it is fucking scary that zombies can talk. I'd never realised how scary that was. Rewatching it, there's a zombie called fucking, I think, he's one of the first zombies, and he's called, Tar Man. That's what people call him. because like he looks like Tar, and the way he fucking moves and like it's fucking creepy. Like it is like fucking horrendous. Like the way he moves it, like it is fucking horrendous. And like the zombies in this were like a million times scarier because apparently you could never kill them. Like you know, like shooting them in the head and shit didn't work. Like I didn't realize that, and like because like I said, I watched it as a kid, and the only thing I remember is a redhead like fucking stripping off on a tombstone.
As you do.
As you do.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know what it... Right, I just need to interrupt. I don't know what it is with this chat, but one of yous has explicit fucking messages blocked in this chat. And I was trying to post a picture of Tarman, it's just not happening.
No, it happens to me every now and again.
No,
It just says that it
happen-
can't be posted because it's explicit.
Yeah, whoa there. One of the peeps in Cyberbullies boardroom has requested the Discord block any messages are mostly accurate robo-hamsters deemed to be explicit. Seems like you found one, so your message has not been sent.
Why that one?
It happened to me as well.
Yeah, but yeah. Is it not like creepy inherently because it's fucking old? Like if you think of stop motion animation, it's janky and really unnerving to
You
watch.
see, I think you know how it's really unnerving to watch is because it's not natural. Anything not natural is just inherently scary.
Do you know what I fucking used to hate? Like, literally to this day I can't stand.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, well, do you know what? No, I fucking love Courage. It's just...
No,
the
I'm going on about
scary.
the slab.
No,
Yeah,
the
the
slab. And then the fucking spider boys from that. I hated the little spider boys.
It was whenever they did like stop motion animation and stuff because they did it sometimes. And because it was a cartoon,
No.
yeah.
Stop it.
But, like, the shit that used to always fucking get us was, like, do you know, like, old films where they would, like, try and do, like, 3D animation?
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like Evil
Yeah,
Dog 2.
this
3D.
fucking janky shit. Hate
But no,
that.
watch like the very start and see how he moves up the fucking ladders. Like up the ladders, up the stairs.
Alright, 2 seconds, and everyone hold. That's pretty spooky shit.
Yeah, it's specifically like how he very clearly has like it's like the little motor control aspect where he's just flopping about.
Yeah.
It combined, admittedly, the score there does quite a bit. Like the drones.
Yeah, but it's not that like when he says brains, like it's like I'm never because I've always thought it's like the campiest thing, a zombie talking,
Yeah.
and then rewatching this, I realise it's a million times more terrifying.
Jesus.
Jack,
What?
do you remember the film that this image is from?
Eight-legged creeps.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah!
I remember that. I didn't like that film one bit.
It was like my favourite horror film as a kid.
It was great. It was a great film.
Awful. I hate it.
It was
No.
fucking great.
But I think what Jack's going on about, like, one that was really creepy and is still kind of creepy to me is, do you know, Evil Dead 2?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what that shit is.
He's going on about a dancing scene and that,
It's
right?
not
And
what that I've seen, like, the animation used fucking loads, right? And it's sort of like a thing that, and I'm not going to say, like, repressed, but, like, I've completely forgot about. But it's always been something I hate beyond belief, so I just, like, kind of forced myself to forget about it. Then me and Alan sat down and watched The Evil Dead 2, and holy shit, there's this fucking dancing scene, and it fucking shook us.
I've posted it, and it's fucking, obviously everybody here knows how much I fucking love Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And on the subject of of Resident Evil, it's a reason I loved Resident Evil 7, is it reminded us a lot of Evil Dead.
Uh-huh.
And it's like weird in the way that, like, cause what I love in horrors, and it's never done, like, I've never seen, like, a real horror film where they do it justice more than Evil Dead is what, like, well, Evil Dead 2 is when, like everything's pitted against, like, a main character, and yet they fucking just manage to kind of overcome it, barely, but they do, and like, you see, like, a fucking switch, like, fucking, like Ash in the Evil Dead was a right coward, like, he was an absolute melt. And you see him cause you're by him, like, he's by himself for like half the film.
Yeah.
And you see him just surviving and just hanging on. And like, it tells, like, he has to chop his hand off cause it gets possessed and all of this dumb shit. and like there's these other characters, and when the other characters come, like they don't know the situation as good as the main character, and they lock them up, and it's so well done. And in RE7, when obviously you're the main character and he goes in like blind, and like at the start it's very, very like shitty.
Yeah,
and, like, it's very like
yeah.
and he's very creeped out, and like all this, and you just see it grow through it, like, and it's not like a growth of like it doesn't really, like, it shows you more than it tells you. Like, you cannot really tell, except the fact that like he fucking kills them all, and he's just going through this fucking motion, and you can tell he's getting better at it. But you just not a lot of horrors do that.
Visually adjusts to like everything around him rather than like it being some like arbitrary like power boost or whatever.
Yeah, and not a lot of horrors do that, because not a lot of horrors can really handle it. Like, they need the threat to be a million times worse. But that I hate it. I hate it when there is nothing to combat the threat, where you cannot fight it. It infuriates me in horrors. It's why I do not like fucking, like, you know, my main gripe about the Paranormal Activity things is the fact that you could never win. The ghost will always get you.
No, well, I disagree with that. The start of the first one, there's a lot of kind of like, we don't know what's going on. But then they're
How
trying.
are you meant to fight a ghost?
They're actively trying.
Exactly.
No,
This is why I hate fucking.
Sorry. Go on.
They actively try and stop it throughout the film. Like, there's progression that they'd make, but then eventually they just get fucking succumbed to it. They probably would.
Yeah, because they can it. And have you seen the second one? Like,
No,
they move
God,
house
no.
and it doesn't fucking do out. Like, I hate shit like that. Like, in Amityville Horror, do you know how they managed to fucking, like, they sat there and they said the house was evil. And so when they moved away from the house, they were fine. And so it, like, built up until when they realized it, like, the fucking threat was there, and it's a fucking horrid threat. And what they had to do was escape it, as in escape the house.
No.
I think
that
the
was
problem with horrors, at least in general as it happens, a lot of them miss the mark in the like whole. The point of horror is it's supposed to give you an inkling of hope, because then that's what causes fear, right? It's like the failure. But things like that don't, I guess. Like, and it's especially difficult with shit like spooky ghost, because like Alan says, like literally, how do you fight a ghost? Like, what hope is there at that point? Especially after the move. At that point, you've watched all the films. Like,
I think for me, like, what I want from a horror film is to be like unsettled. I want to I want to be proper fucking
intense, not jump scared.
Yeah, no, that's fucking on the fucking nail. Like, I despise any film where it's just sort of like what was it? I was really getting in Insidious 2.
Yeah, I was about to say Insidious.
I was really getting into it, and the whole start of the film is just silence, big loud noise, silence, big, and that's the whole start of the film. After it does that for about an hour, it actually gets interesting. And I was invested, and I was like, why waste the first hour? But what, like, I think for me, it's like, that's what I want, but what 80% of people who go and buy tickets to go see horror films want is
I don't think they
the
know
first
what fear
hour.
is. They know what a fright is, they don't know what fear is.
Oh, that's actually a nice way of putting it, fear and fright, yeah.
It's like, so...
I want to watch a film and then sort of not want to go downstairs to the toilet kind of film.
Yeah,
that's
because
what I want to
creaking
watch.
your floorboards and you're like, ah!
Yeah, that's what I want, but I don't get that. I just get loud fucking noises that just make us discouraged from watching the film. Not because I'm scared, just because I don't want that to happen again, and I know fine well it will, if you know what I mean.
Like, I'm a big proponent of like video games being probably the objective best form of entertainment. And horrors, I think, is a prime example of that. Like, video games, by their very nature, like they make you unnerved in the first place because you're in control, as opposed to just being like a passenger on the ride. Like, in the Resi 2 demo is a perfect example of this, where like 90% of that demo, you're just in this police station, and the ambience carries it alone. Like, there's no music. You can just hear rain pattering on the windows with the occasional, like, can falling over outside, or, like, a zombie going, ugh. And it's, like, the most unnerving shit I've ever experienced.
Yeah, like, yeah, but, like, I was thinking there, right, and I seriously cannot think of one horror I love where there isn't some way to just take out, Nightmare on Elm Street. You pull Freddy into the real world. That's how you kill him.
Yeah.
Like, and even in, like, Friday the 13th, where the guy's invincible, you find a way to fucking, like, sink him to, like, the bottom of the ocean, like, bottom of the lake, or decapitate him. Like, there's...
Yeah.
There's always...
They brought in new one of the Jason. Which one's Jason? Is that Friday the 13th? No, that's Mike Myers, isn't it?
No, it's Friday the 13th.
No,
Jason's Friday the 13th, mate.
Mike
oh,
Myers.
okay, right. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I
Like,
know.
didn't
That's
they, like,
Halloween.
Halloween's Mike Myers, yeah.
Yeah, Halloween's...
But like I think isn't that like the wrapped it all up in the last one, but then they brought out like a remake where it's like, oh no, he's back.
I mean,
that one is
Hollywood
Mike Myers.
syndrome.
That's the new Halloween. Yeah, sorry, no, I'm
Because
getting
it's got
everyone.
like the same lass who survived in Halloween 1.
Yeah, it's
Like recast her.
But that's Hollywood syndrome, though. Like, they're gonna keep bringing the fuckers back. But it's like, I get where Alan's come from. Like, when something is supposed to be scary, but it's insurmountable, you hit that wall of, like, well, what's the point? Like, where there's no struggle. You literally can't kill it, so there's no fear. You just give up.
By the way,
It's like, Andrew, we were talking about, like, horror games when you stick the difficulty on max.
Aye.
It's really scary and it's really invigorating and really, like, intense, and then you hit a wall that you get stuck, and then it loses all of the fear, and you just go, I just want to get past.
I really enjoyed playing the Dead Spaces. Like, I think they were like the pinnacle for horror for me when it comes to games. Like, I think my first horror game that I actually had the bollocks to play was Bioshock 2, which completely put me at ease because it's not scary.
It's
like,
not a horror game.
Yeah, they've ruined the whole... Because I wouldn't dare play Bioshock 1 by myself.
Uh-huh.
So then I played Bioshock 2 and I was like, it's not bad. And I wouldn't dare play Mass Effect 1... Mass Effect, fucking Dead Space 1. I wouldn't dare play fucking Mass Effect 1. But Dead Space 1... And then I thought, oh, well, I'll try the second one. That was fucking terrifying, and I completed it, and I was so fucking proud of myself. Like, it was the most, like, empowering kind of shit, because I proper endured that, because literally I was terrified the whole way through playing it.
Rip Dead Space, dude. Holy shit.
Dead Space.
Absolutely
I
dead
played
forever.
the demo of the snow one that came out, but...
Did you get to the part where you choose humans, yeah?
No. It's just...
like, that was like fucking Dead Space 2, like fucking... Oh, look at all that cover. Oh...
Dead Space 2 was like the pinnacle, like almost a perfect sequel, I would say. Like, there's very few examples of...
That's another... Dead Space is another fucking example of a fucking great protagonist that grows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Like, he evolves from holy shit,
and
then
you
he starts adjusting, and then he turns into, right, okay, I've dealt with this before, let's fucking do it.
I still kind of felt fragile through...
But Isaac himself grows.
Yeah,
but
You as the player are scared, but Isaac very clearly goes through a transition of like, oh, I'm terrified, oh, holy shit, I can actually maybe do a thing, and then it's like, towards like I'd say like maybe the halfway point of Dead Space like 2, he's still very concerned for his safety, he's aware he's in danger, and he's aware that he might be going insane, but he's like, nah, I'll just power fucking through it. I've dealt with this.
I think that's an important part, was like, because the first one, you're fucking shitting it, and you don't know what's going on, and then, like, obviously the ending where, like, it all twists around on itself. But then, like on number 2, you start off in the asylum and you're having hallucinations, and you go for the whole game with fucking, what's her name, Lisa?
It's your wife, I don't remember her name.
Well, she's just fucking looming over you, screaming at you.
By the way.
But everyone's played Dead Space by now, man.
I'd reckon it's still a pretty obscure horror game. Like when you compare it to some of the big
EA,
ass
it
releases.
was huge.
Yeah, it was huge at the time, but when you like comparatively, the audience is way larger now.
Yeah.
Like more people will have played Resi 7 than have played Dead
I
Space.
want to play Dead Space 2 again, man. It's so much fun.
But,
I
like-
went through the whole fucking game with the first pistol because you could you get the little points and you get to go through the skill tree.
The singular most efficient weapon in the game.
It's so fucking good. It's so good. I loved it.
Yeah.
But talking about like Dead Space and stuff, right? Like I said, his character arc completely mirrors Ash's. It's the exact same thing. He's just stuck in that situation on the first one. Like he gets like kind of competent for it, and then the second one comes along, right? And the first thing he fucking does when like that guy gets fucked and pops at him, he fucking nuts him.
Yeah, he nuts him in his fucking necro face.
But that's believable. Because he's fucking been through this shit.
Yeah.
He knows exactly
You
what
adjust
to
and
do.
you adapt. You get used to that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But I never felt
Like-
that he was in control. Like, even though he did know what he was kind of
no.
doing.
but then you could really easily be like, I mean, because the whole, like, again, it's, I'm hesitant to say it just because spoilers, but it's like, the whole central theme is like, it's like Eldritch, and it's none of it might be, some of it might not be real, and some of it might be real, and some of it might just be a massive hallucination. So it's like, it would be really easy for them at the end to pull this bait and switch and be like, yeah, you've slaughtered the entire space station.
I was waiting for it. I generally was. There's a bit where you go into the living quarters and you see all these civilians running about screaming, and I was like, am I murdering people here?
Yeah, are we the
Yeah.
baddies?
Are we the bad? No, I literally I had that bit there.
But yeah, like it's
And the fact that you keep seeing, I want to say, I'm going to Google her name, but the fact that you keep seeing your girlfriend, and it's just like, she keeps getting in your shit, and it's just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like
Like
I'm
a real girlfriend, yeah.
getting all up in your
Oh.
shit and screaming at you.
Talk about horror.
But I was sitting, I was waiting, I was like, this guy, like, Isaac's fucking unhinged, understandably, and it's like, and I'm waiting for the whole, like, big
yeah, but
shit.
like the second game, it's like
Oh, there was a big
like
twist and shit. Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
playing
a
Dead Space 2
controlled
again,
unhinged.
man. It's so good.
It's like a really controlled unhinged. It's like I don't know. Have you ever seen Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
You know Riggs in Lethal Weapon? It's like that kind of unhinged where he's a badass, but he's not invincible, but he's also kind of fucking mental at this point, but he doesn't care.
Her name's
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah. And, but like I was like, when it comes to shit like that though, but do you know what the funniest ever thing was about the RE series is? Do you know RE2? You know, Leon is like the rookie cop.
Mm-hmm.
That like, oh, I've just got here and ass kind of shit, right? And it's grounded and all this, and then the next time you see Leon, it's RE4.
Oh
And
my
he's
god!
like-
and he's
and
a
he's-
secret agent, and he's in direct
Hello,
contact
Mr.
with the president,
President.
and he's trying to recover the president's daughter.
Oh, shit.
And holy shit!
And he's doing suplexes to zombies.
Yeah.
And it's just, but it's wild, and it's wild in the way Army of Darkness is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the third Evil Dead movie, like Evil Dead, but that gets campy quick. Like Andrew can attest because Andrew's watched it with us. Because I was like, Andrew, we need to watch Army of Darkness.
Andrew.
It's like I don't really want to, but I don't have a choice.
No. I like films. I like.
It's
I
brilliant,
understand
but
it's
and the like, it was in Las Vegas, like outside of it, so it's like all desert, and it was like I seen like the because it was like the making of it was fucking like it's amazing, like fucking how they made everything and what they did and all the shit they had gone through to do everything. It was fucking like there's a fucking ton of respect for anybody that worked on Army of Darkness, man, and the original Evil Dead, because fucking the cabin was just as shitty as it looked, and that's all they had to stay in. Like, it was.
Alan,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I will have said this before, but it's never been on record on the podcast. You suck Evil Dead's dick way too much.
I do. It's like my favourite childhood film.
And
yeah,
that's wrong that it's your fucking favourite childhood film.
What's your favourite childhood film? Toy Story. What's yours? Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, I love it, it's fucking class.
It was
I
like
love the way the characters progress.
Like it. Fuck. It's fucked. That's actually fucked now that you mention it. Like, now that I actually think about it, it's like fucking. Everybody's like, oh, Pokemon 2000 Lugia is fucking mint. And it's Alan going, I really like the progression that Osh's character had.
I like the way that he progresses to having two hands, to having this chainsaw hand.
And it really speaks to the resilience of the human psyche under stressful conditions, and it's like little 4-year-old Alan.
That's what he's trying to say, but it doesn't come out that way.
Comes out with like, I like the man with a chainsaw hand. Goes vroom vroom.
So yes, Alan, well done.
Right, you were gonna say something about Dead Space 2. You were googling for a minute there.
Oh, her name's Nicole. That was it.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
So who's Ellie
You
then?
mentioned a big twist.
Ellie's she's the mechanic on the ship on number 2.
Shit, I remember the big twist now. Fuck.
Yeah, there's a big twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
I'm playing it again. I'm not even joking. I'm going to fucking download it and play through it because it's so much fun.
Think when it comes to Eldritch Horror as well, it's so hard to do Eldritch Horror right, because like when something turns you insane, like, it's very difficult to kind of.
Yeah, it's very difficult to portray
Like,
how literally having a shattered mind would occur to like a normal person.
I think Dead Space, especially 2, does it beautifully. The way, like, it's very subtle images about how much crazier they get when they get closer to like the marker, like the writing stuff that they didn't realize they're writing, and like kind of stuff. It's very like it's shown really well.
Yeah, I think it's a good like, I guess, adaptation of Eldritch Horror. However, I think it's really blunt. Like they could have done the whole space zombies thing doesn't really mesh with the thing as far as I'm concerned. Great game, great fucking story, all that jazz. But like, Eldritch to me is like Bloodborne, like complete mystery.
It's like oh god, it's horror, and then what are these alien mouths doing here?
Yeah, literally that. Like, Eldritch Horror is, holy shit, things are spooky. Why is there an Elamau currently sticking a slug in my throat?
I'll tell you, I never realized this, right? And like, it kind of like shocked us. But do you know John Carpenter's The Thing? I'm not really.
That's Eldritch, isn't it?
It might as well be Mouth of Madness, like the Lovecraft book. Like, it is perfect Eldritch horror.
Really
I
quick,
remember looking into it.
Really quick,
Sorry.
I don't think I've heard the term Eldritch before, but is that literally Lovecraft?
Not quite.
It's like space
Lovecraft,
horror.
very specific, but Eldritch is like unknowable horror.
But what's Lovecraft? I would say Lovecraft's quite unknowable horror.
Lovecraft's style is very distinct in that it's very like,
Ocean-y.
I guess, detective-y and ocean-y based. Eldritch can be just
like,
anything that's unknowable.
It's also like no, his was kind of alien as well. Well, very alien. Like,
but it's
he
like,
goes on about different dimensions.
Lovecraft's way more oblique about it though. Like, it's really like, you've got basically with Lovecraft the kind of deal is
so it's more unknown.
Yeah. Like, look, it's hard to say because, like, generally there's been a lot of, like, I guess, conceptions of Eldritch stuff in like previous time. So, like, a lot of people conflate like blood sacrifices and stuff to like Eldritch worship and things like that. So maybe Lovecraftian is a bit more accurate to what we're trying to describe.
Anytime I see a picture of Lovecraft, it just reminds us of Andrew. He's like lanky and straight faced all the fucking time, right?
From the broken mind of a sad man.
But like, it's like I hated when I read up on him to see what the fuck happened to him, like how he wasn't successful in his life, and it's super depressed. And you want to know the main reason why he wasn't successful? Is his best books, like the best shit he wrote. When he like turned them in for publication, whenever he got like rejected, he just put them. I'm not trying that again. Obviously,
it is Andrew.
It doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't work, right? And it was only after his death, like, people were like, oh,
holy shit! Lovecraft was a genius.
We should publish leaves of his work, and he died in poverty and shit.
Yeah, that's fucking sad.
I've just googled H.P. Lovecraft, and he's got a really fucking weird face.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not the one insulting you, Andrew. Just to go on record, yeah.
I didn't say that Andrew looked like Lovecraft. That was Alan. That's all on Alan.
He's got a very rectangular face, hasn't he?
It's very
I'm
long.
not a softie, Andrew. You look like a weirdo.
What?
Thank you.
Thanks.
You look Lovecraftian.
Andrew's a fucking
got him.
Lovecraftian horror.
Come
I'll
on.
take my tentacles
Okay,
in.
Alan, can you do us a favour and draw Andrew as a squid-mouthed monstrosity, please?
But a straight-faced squid
Yeah.
Of
monstrosity.
course.
But,
Indecisive.
I'll be honest. No, it's just this picture. It's like his face just reminds us of the face Andrew pulls whenever he's just. It's what I always expect Andrew's face is whenever anybody brings him up in a conversation. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, please get me out of this.
Headlights right there.
That's the face. That's the face Andrew pulls when we're like, Andrew, what's your opinion?
Yeah, Andrew, which option do you want to take?
Andrew, what do you want for tea?
Right. Okay. Right. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. The thing, the whole concept behind it was that the Pennywise was like his physical form in which he fed. Right.
Oh, what?
That's the whole thing, isn't it?
No.
That's it.
Oh, I'm thinking of it. Shit. Well, is it? It's also the
It's
same thing. Yeah.
Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Same
Like
vein. You're thinking.
mean-
You said the thing, not it.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the thing's the snowy thing.
Yeah, it's like where it shapeshifts and stuff, which has by far it has got the greatest fucking effects ever. The way it's done,
You know, I don't think I've ever seen this.
it is
I
beautiful.
haven't seen it, but I've seen
there's
this. Sorry, Alan. No, you go ahead.
So there's this one scene, right? Cause there's a guy and he's dying and they're shit, and so they put the defibrillators to him, and then his body opens up and eats his hands. And then everyone's shit, and I think they chop his fucking head off, right? And they're sitting there, and the body's there and stuff, and his head's just rolling in the background, and then legs come out of it, and it starts just waddling away, and it's there is never a creepier fucking thing than
That scene that you're talking about, Alan, that's it's that same weird sort of stop motion animation that I don't like, and it's it's unsettling, sure, but it kind of detaches itself from the film unless if it's done with people.
Nowadays it would, but
Yeah, I
back
get that.
then it would have been fine.
it's
in
not
the
stop animation,
it's not.
it's animatronics.
Yeah, but
and
they're
the-
both jank.
And the thing I'm going on about is 2 seconds. URL at current time.
Yeah, I've just fucking. I've just looked it up. I've never actually seen the thing. Should I watch the thing, lads?
Yes,
You should. It's a classic. It's a
it
spooky
is.
classic.
But you're watching it.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Okay.
Yeah, tell us that's not fucking creepy.
I don't like it.
It's the sounds as well, man.
Yeah. You cannot sit there and say, oh, it's outdated. I do not believe for a second that is fucking outdated.
No, it's outdated, but it's still
very-
it's outdated
The
in
way
the
he
same
runs away in the background.
It's outdated in the same way that Alien's outdated. It's not bad, but
Yeah.
it's definitely aged a little bit. The one film that I've found the effects still hold up today, and I don't know if I'm going to get chipped for this. Fucking Starship Troopers. Holy shit! That film still looks amazing, and it fucking should for 70 fucking billion spent on its effects.
It's a good
CGI
film.
is terrible on it. I love the film. I
I'm gonna
love
fight
the
you.
film. But no, I
Yes.
completely disagree with you on
They're
that.
fucking amazing.
But I do love that film.
That might be my favourite film of all time. That Star Troopers,
It's
honestly.
definitely one of my favourites.
I do have a soft heart, I have a soft place in my heart for that one.
It's so good.
Like,
It's so Rico's Roughnecks. It's
it's the way it's just all a propaganda film, and
Yeah.
It's a beautiful propaganda film.
It only got better. Like, at first, when I first watched it, I must have been like fucking 9 or something. It was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, aliens and guns, amazing.
And it's
Then, like,
fucking
as I aged, it just got better because I picked up on like the satire of it.
yeah, like he's fucking. I forgot his name now. Verhoeven, the guy who directs it. He's fucking amazing. Like RoboCop, I remember watching it as a kid, and I really didn't like it. I was like, it's janky, it's old, it looks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like the
Like, I'm
big
like-
fucking.
I'm like, he's fucking walking about like a tit. I don't like it at all. I rewatched it like
Paul Verhoeven, I think it is. Yeah.
I rewatched it a couple of years back. RoboCop. I fucking loved it. It's fucking brilliant. It's like got great satire. It's fucking. It's
I never watched RoboCop either.
Do you know,
it's
like,
brilliant.
do you know the big fucking?
I honestly.
Do you know the big fucking security bot thing that like they're doing the meeting and it like fucking kills the dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that same fucking animation again.
Yeah.
I want to know what that's called.
I think it's like if you think of if you think of Star Wars the original trilogy, yeah, the 80s.
No, are they?
That's stop motion, yeah.
It is.
Just well done. But yeah, but like you know the funniest thing about it, right? Like this is the funniest thing for me about it was like it was based off of a novel, which was like, oh, this is what a fascist utopia would look like. Like the guy did a lot of like space novels.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was the one where it was like, oh, this is what a fascist utopia would be like, and this kind of shit, right? And obviously people were offended because it's fucking fascist and shit. And Verhoeven hated it, like, because Verhoeven's super anti-fascist, and so he's like, well, I'm gonna fucking fuck this. I am gonna take the absolute piss out of it, which is what he did with Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Took the absolute piss out of the like. There's a lot like.
I know what you're talking about. I remember reading like the author of the book was really pissed about the film because it was like, what the fuck?
But then people turned around and called Verhoeven a Nazi
Oh my god!
because they couldn't get the fact that it was like a satire propaganda kind of film.
Oh boy! Also, I'm just gonna quickly the producer of Starship Troopers announced plans to remake the film in 2011.
2011. Oof.
In November 2016, Columbia and Moritz announced the writing team of Mark Swift and Damien Shannon had been signed to pen the screenplay. Verhoeven has expressed skepticism at the proposed remake, citing reports that it draws heavily from the original, fascist and materialistic 1959 novel. So it could end up not being a satire, which is dangerous.
Honestly, in my opinion, fucking Verhoeven was like an absolute bitch crying about the fact the book was fascist. Like, yeah, but it's sci-fi, and this is like this was like one book out of a million of his books where he sat there and be like, oh well, this is what it would look like. He didn't fucking sit there and go on like he just wanted to put it down how that would fucking work.
Yeah, but you've got to bear in mind that the book especially was released in a time where like fascism was a genuine fear of the people. 1959, fuck. Like, people making books about fascism in there would have probably been fucking like... It's the same as like the Red Scare in that sense, where it's like, you know, if you had anything that conflated with those sorts of like political ideologies, it would be kind of dangerous to have them, really.
Like an Invasions of the Pod Snatchers or something drew super heavily on communism. That's what like that film was about, was the fact that fucking, you know, everybody was one mind.
Yeah.
And it was fucking spooky.
Yeah.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I think it is that. Isn't it?
Yes.
Is that the one with that scene where the guy points and screams?
Yeah.
But can't just Google it. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. 1956 American sci-fi horror film produced by Walter Wagner.
56?
Yeah.
It's in colour, isn't it?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in colour.
No, I'm 100%.
Oh, yeah, no, it's in colour in 56, yeah.
In 56?
Oh yeah,
I don't...
yeah,
Did they?
probably. And that fucking Wizard of Oz
According to
is, like,
Wikipedia, anyway.
ancient.
Like, that's a still from the film or something.
Yeah,
So, I would assume it's released in colour.
but no, that was about the commie scare. Like how
BBC Two broadcasted its first colour picture in Wimbledon in 1967.
It's an American sci-fi horror
also,
horror film, though. So, the
Yeah,
odds
Wizard
the
of
odds
Oz.
of us seeing it release were probably very low.
First colour movie.
I think it was Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Because Wizard of Oz made a big fucking deal about it being colour. Like, the fact that, like, the first...
Oh,
little
yeah,
part
no,
of the
okay.
film was white.
Yeah, The Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz and Gone with the Wind were made in Technicolor 1939. That's my bad.
They made it
Technicolor.
because it was fucking like how wild would that have been, right? So you've seen every film in black and white, right? You're going to see The Wizard of Oz, and the very start of it, like, it's all in black and white.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh shit.
And then-
Yeah.
then she wakes up in colour, and it's the
Yeah.
brightest, and it is, like, beautiful. Like,
It's
Wizard
really
of
weird
Oz.
to think about. Like, I don't particularly enjoy black and white films. Like,
Yeah, but could you imagine your mind being blown?
yeah, no, that would
Yeah.
fucking blow your
but
mind.
I can't though. I kind of can't comprehend it, having like never really had to deal with no color.
Hmm.
Like, it's kind of like, to me at least, it's like the explaining sight to a blind man thing. Like, I can't envision like a world in which I'd never seen color television or whatever before, and then suddenly one film is like, "Yo, what up, color?" And it's like,
That's Connor's live reaction to that.
yeah,
Yo,
that
what
was
up,
my live
colour?
reaction to Technicolor television.
Technicolor, Connor's going, oh!
Spilled my popcorn and everything. Feels bad.
You've got, like, it's dead odd, like, but I feel as though video games, it's the same way, like, how advanced some video games seem, and how you kind of, like, how, like, you look, like, it's hard to explain. You look at some, like, do you remember, like, when people would, you know, the pre-recorded CGI footage?
Yeah, like in-engine
looking-
footage. Yeah.
Looking, like, I remember being fucking amazed at, I think it was Sonic Adventure 2, like, the very intro of that was all CGI,
Yeah. Mhm.
and it was, like, mind-blowing, but it looks terrible. It's not as good as,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? But in video games wise, it was super subtle. It wasn't like a jump.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's never been a like game that's come out, at least not for I wouldn't say not for like our generation, maybe. That like a game's come out and we've went, this has revolutionized gaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all been incremental changes, like a very slow evolution. Whereas, like, I imagine back in the 80s, like, it would have been huge. Like something like Mario bursting onto the scene after the video game crash and stuff.
Right.
Like, holy fucking shit. It's sorry, go on.
No, you gone. It's fine.
It's just, I don't know how to, video games are weird. I don't like video games, but I also love video games. Like, the medium itself is like so fucking flawed. Just in general, like, the primary goal. So I wanted to bring it up. Like, so Red Dead 2. Yeah, I assume none of you have really played it. Maybe Alan, you have.
Nah, I haven't.
Haven't touched it.
So, I got into like a huge argument with my dad, and it was like, we're talking about Red Dead, and I'm saying a lot of it's very immersive, and I'll give it that. Like, it's very like slow paced, and you can sort of like feel the world, I guess. But it's like some of the stuff they've just thrown in without like any consideration for fun, and
Yeah.
me and my dad got into this argument about it because I was like, I mean, what's the point in waiting 30 seconds for the skinning animation? Like, literally straight up 30 seconds for the skinning animation to finish. If that's not adding to the fun, you're saying, well, go play fucking COD or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's not the point.
No.
Like, the beauty of games is that you can have immersion and realism without necessarily sacrificing fun of the game.
Yeah.
Like Red Dead, you can walk out of your horse's whistle range. That's dumb as shit to me. Just have it spawn behind you. Nobody minded that.
No, yeah,
Connor-
I agree.
Connor, I completely agree with you. like, I'll be honest, like, I think any game that you can type in on fucking YouTube, so and so, all cutscenes, and you get the story, it's like, it's failed as a game, and that's honestly my opinion. Like, it is a game second.
Yeah,
If that's the case. If it's like the Devil May Cry series. Like, if you cannot, there's, if the system is so good that you can replay it, and you can go, like, you can make an entire game mode where all you do is fight the enemies, cause it's so fucking good, right? Or like Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil, like, you don't need to know the story. Like, speedrunning Resident Evil 2 is horrendously fun. Like, seeing all that, like, seeing how fast you can get it and all the tricks.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be a game first and a fucking story second. Like,
yeah. It's such an adaptive medium in that, like, even as you said, like, speedrunning almost has nothing to do with the game itself. I'm pretty sure Capcom didn't sit down and go, we'll make a game to be sped ran or what the fuck. And it's like, the fact that can grow out of a game means that the game was well designed in the first place. Like, it's players, like, trying to sort of, I guess, push the engine, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And, like, that's the core thing that, for me at least, separates, like, video games from, like, movies or whatever. Like, I love a good RPG with story and stuff, but it's like, if all there is to talk about, I think, in a video game, if all there is to talk about is, like, oh, the story's good and this cutscene's good, rather than, like, gameplay moments, then you've probably not done a very good job on your game.
yeah.
Like,
it's like,
just in general.
I'll think it to fucking, what's he called? I think it's Rabbit Respawn. I think that's the guy's name.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mum was there.
Hi, sorry, we're talking about the video games in general. If you've done a game where you talk more about, like, the cutscenes and the story, rather than, like, I guess, anecdotal stuff from gameplay, then you've probably failed in making the game fun to play some way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like Halo, like the gameplay was fun in that, like, fucking, that's why the multiplayer was so successful, you know, throughout the series, was because you didn't need to know the story. The story was fun. Like, you'd have a cutscene at the start, you'd have a cutscene at the end of the mission, but you had the big mission.
Yeah,
It was fun to get through it. It was like a gauntlet. And and I feel as though, like, a lot of shit, really went back in that when, like, when The Last of Us became a watershed fucking thing. Like, Last of Us was good in a lot of ways.
yeah.
But like I said, it was, kind of...
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
It did the mix-up very well, because even, like, the multiplayer of that was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, but when you look at the, like, core gameplay of, like, the actual game, it boils down to corridor with exposition, arena. Corridor with exposition, arena.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it boils. And I get where you come from, but, like, I think Insomniac did a good enough job in, like, I guess, the writing and the dynamic aspect of the, like, small sandbox that you do get, that it's passable. But there's so many other examples of it doing terribly. Like, look at COD. COD's a prime example of how it's done fucking awfully, like, and it has been since Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
like,
but,
goddamn.
So you did it perfect. I would honestly, like, one of the perfect games for me, for just, like, kind of pacing wise and how you get through everything, like, and it feels so fluid, is Jak and Daxter. How fucking fluid that is. Like, you start on, like, it's an entire, like, there's no loading in that game.
Yeah,
Like, it is fucking weird. There is no load. I never realized that until, like, rewatching it. Like, no loading screens whatsoever. The tricks they used in that fucking game, like, the animations live up, like, it still lives up to it. Like, the animations to this day are still fucking really beautiful. There's barely any cutscenes. Like, the cutscenes are tiny, they're small, like, and the only other ones is like, oh, well, oh, this happened, and so I need a power cell. Don't suppose you can go and get one for us? Oh, aye, because I need a power cell. And I
Yeah.
remember you went on about somebody going on about Banjo.
Oh,
Wait, what's that?
Like I think it was you, Connor, going on about how was it John Tron was like, oh, I didn't want to play Jack and Daxter because it's not as good as Banjo Kazooie, or I think it was Conker's Bad Fur Day, something like that.
Yeah, it's like Conker's Bad Fur Day was pretty shit, but like
I
Banjo
hated
was
it.
good.
I never played
Conker's
it.
Bad Fur Day
I wanted
was-
to though as a kid because it was like, haha, the swear words.
Haha, poop jokes in the swears.
Like I watched a ton of it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Ew.
Like it doesn't at all. But it's I
just-
suppose it's very again like video games as a whole. It's a very
it
subjective.
wasn't.
medium.
What? No, but it wasn't just that. I was kind of angry as well because you turn like I remember you sitting there and going, Alan, you only specifically like Jack and Daxter because of the nostalgia for it.
Yeah, I would argue
You
that
said-
played a huge.
You said that to us, right? And then you were like, oh look, fucking JonTron doesn't fucking think highly of it, or you said something along them lines. And I remember thinking to myself at the time, well, I don't fucking care. But then also, well, he fucking likes really shit games with really blocky fucking animation. That's just not as good in comparison, and I will never think that they're good. He's a fucking nostalgia freak himself. I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're not.
Yeah, but you can't it's like you can't sit like there's just, but you can't just not sit there and go, this game's outdated now, therefore it's bad.
No, but I'm saying like. Unless you've played it like yesterday, I think that a lot of your opinions on it are very, very rose tinted. Like I haven't played it in years, so
yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Jack,
Yes.
we watched a speedrun recently.
I was really wanting to bring up the speed
Watching
run.
a speedrun isn't the same as playing it, though.
Yeah, Jack, what did you think when you watched the speedrun? How was the game when
It looked-
he was going through
It
it?
looked really fun, and I remembered a lot of it from when I played it.
Do you remember what game also looked really fun until you played it, Jack?
Oh, go on then.
KOTOR?
I like KOTOR, what are you on about?
Right, but the point being that there's parts of it that you would go, yeah, this is kind of awful, in the same vein as like
Wait,
Mass
which one's
Effect.
KOTOR? Is that the MMO?
No,
Which one?
the single player RPG.
Yeah, I restarted playing that last month.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
you've never been able to get through them. There are aspects you dislike.
I clocked it. I actually clocked it.
Bullshit.
No, check my achievements on Steam, dude. I'd done the dark side way of doing it
Okay.
because
okay,
I'm edgy
right.
as fuck.
But my point being that, like, you can watch a speedrun of a game and appreciate everything about the game in that context, but, like, it's, again, not the same as playing it. Like, to go... So, for example, I can watch somebody play Sonic Adventure and be like, oh, fuck me, Sonic Adventure was a great game, but then I go and play it and I go, this camera's fucking dick!
By the way, do you know what I really thought you were going to sit there and say?
What, sorry?
When you were like, oh, do you know what else you sat there and watched, but turned out to be shit? Brink?
No, we don't speak of Brink.
I was
But
going
no,
to say that.
like no, even just on the entertainment value. So it's like there's a load of games that people will sit and watch, but like playing them's out of the question. Like I can watch people play battle royales, but I fucking hate playing them. Like I think they're flawed inherently as games.
Who'd you watch play battle royales?
I used to watch Tim play Fortnite quite a bit.
Not the top battle royale boy himself.
No,
Jack,
the burp only made that enhanced.
is it Jacksepticeye who does it?
Ali,
Ali E, that's it.
No, shit, yeah, it is. I was going to say no,
I didn't know.
yeah.
They've all got colourful hair and
Yeah.
they're all face
Yeah.
scammers. So
yeah, it's
Uh,
weird.
I want to talk about Brink for a second.
Oh,
I
Right,
don't
because
want to talk about that. That's forbidden.
I remember. So it was the lovely year. I think it was 2009, 2010.
would have been 2010.
Because
We're back in school, man.
We're
We
back
were
in
too
school.
young.
Who were fucking purple jumpers?
It was the
We were
first time we got swindled.
we were there and this was when we just start properly hanging out and we were up Connors And
in my little fucking blue room, and it was hotbox to fuck, and my window was open, and it was good shit.
and Connor, like, and something happened, and Connor and Jack turned around and went, "Oh, Brink," and I was like, "What
We
is
used to
this
sit there with
Brink? What is
Bright
this
eyes.
What is this Brink?" And you're like, "Alan, you've not seen anything of Brink." Fucking
Don't worry.
pop
We've
on the Xbox.
We've downloaded videos from the marketplace.
We've downloaded 7 of the fucking video documentaries from the devs.
We've got
Look at
all the
that.
trailers.
Yeah. Look at this, Alan. Parkour system in place.
It's
Beautiful.
called smart movement because
It's
only
smooth
smart people move away from the game
Yeah, it was smooth movement. What was it?
over
Smart
random
movement.
terrain, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I think that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
wait, how do you
believe-
spell? I can't even spell it. It's
SMART, so I'm trying
smooth
to...
movement across random terrain.
Yeah, that's it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that smooth movement across random terrain, and it's like, I don't want to talk about this. This is breaking my heart.
But
And you,
honestly,
when you create your character, you can add tattoos and on there permanently, and your character stays there forever, and he levels up.
and
Each
all this, it's
like-
cool. But
dude or a little dude or a medium dude, and like, look at the customization. You can even change your guns, man.
You can
So-
put
so-
red dot sight on your gun. No one's ever done that before.
So I remember all this, and so that's what they were saying. Like, they were yelling that over the videos that were telling
Just
us.
screaming at Alan.
And
Red dot.
and so I still believe that. I'll sit there and be like, do you know cult fanatics? Like, this is how people join cults, is how they sit there and they show you these videos and you get amazed by them and you're like, I'm excited for it. And I vividly remember reminding me mother, like, fucking, like, every so week that I wanted Brink when it came out, and be like, I'll put it as, like, my birthday present, just get us it as soon as it comes out, because, like, I remember missing the Halo 3, like, fucking thing, and I was like, and you went on about how it was going to be the fucking new Halo 3, and so I was super hyped for it, and then it released, and like, it angered us in so many ways. Like,
It's
like,
just...
first
I
off,
was lied to.
First off,
There was no smooth movement.
it was
Where's the smooth movement?
Fuck, it's so real and it hurts. Oh shit! Do you remember having to do the fucking free running challenges and shit?
Brink is a first person shooter with a focus on parkour. Where's the parkour?
Do you remember? Do you remember the lag?
Yes,
Oh my
I remember
God. Do you
everything.
remember how
that's
your
awful.
character didn't show up to other people?
Yeah,
so
that was-
what was the fucking
Yeah.
point?
You
in
would
customising
customize
it?
your character, and then in game it didn't look like that. Only you seen it, but you could only
Yeah,
see your character on the main fucking menu.
Yeah, it, like preloaded default enemy body type model onto you for the enemy team. So the enemy team never got to see what you looked like at all, ever. Your teammates didn't get to see what you looked like. It was literally a carrot on a fucking stick.
And then,
Oh.
and I think 3 days after playing it, there were just bots.
It was like
was free and bots.
No one fucking played it.
2.5 days, and everybody had done all the challenges, they'd done all the single player shit, and all that was left was multiplayer, and nobody wanted to fucking do it because it was dick.
No, multiplayer and single player were just wrapped in one.
Yeah, it was the same thing. The multiplayer maps were just the single player levels,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the single player levels were just fucking this is team deathmatch, but you get
Yeah.
a cutscene at the start.
You could do the objective.
And that'd be fine if the gameplay was fun.
It was fucking like I remember like I was trying to watch the cutscenes and they would just keep ending. I didn't understand why, and I didn't understand who the characters were or anything. And it was that was one of the selling points. Your character's in the cutscenes. You meet your character, he's in the cutscenes. He was in the fucking background. He wasn't a character. He wasn't voiced
Yeah,
or
he was
anything.
just some fucking mook. Like, just some fucking goddamn putz sitting in the fucking crowd of fucking extras that we've got ready to die for a cause.
And then all of a sudden, the
Lads.
cutscenes would just stop halfway through, and I didn't get why. Like I couldn't for some
That's
reason
what the
suss.
cutscenes were.
No, but the
Lads.
stop halfway through because like if enough people want to play the level, because when you played single player, you were playing multiplayer. If enough people want to play a level, it would just skip the cutscene. So It was. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
No,
By the
trust me,
way,
I managed to watch the full ones. They didn't offer any context. It was mostly just, here's your objective, do the thing.
Lads,
Sorry, Alan, really
just-
quick. I've just googled Brink just so I'd have a little bit of fucking reading to do. The game received mixed to average reviews.
I was just about to say, Eurogamer giving it 8 out of 10, saying that Brink was an exceptional team shooter, smart, supremely well balanced, and with a unique, exciting art style.
Wait, when they say smart, are they referring to the smooth movement across random terrain system?
Obviously. GameSpy give Brink 4 out of 5 stars.
Reminder, 6 years after its release, it only
Brink
then
has the
became
potential
free-to-play.
to become your new favourite FPS. Had the potential.
Yeah, had. I was
Until it
swindled.
was released.
I just don't
The
know
PC
why.
version of Brink became free to play on the 22nd of August 2017.
6 years after its release, they were like, oh, hang on, maybe we should just give this away for free because we've already swindled all the young boys with hopes and dreams.
I'd probably spend about 80 quid on Brink.
Giant Bomb also give Brink 2 out of 5 stars, with site founder Jeff Gersman saying flat combat and lack of variety are just two of the things that make Brink such a disappointment. What does Giant Bomb know? Only giving it 2 out of 5 stars. Fucking, you're not seeing Eurogamer. Like,
honestly, that was the game that taught me to fucking hate games.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know.
do-
That was the day I fucking grew up when it came to games.
by the way, do you know who the first publisher who swindled us was? Bethesda.
And now in 2018, look at Fallout 70. This is the thing, though. Like,
Wow.
Bethesda's done this shit for years. Like, really shitty things, but nobody fucking cares, and I hate it. It's like when Valve does something dumb,
Yeah,
everybody's
like-
like, well, at least it's Valve and not EA.
Well, no, like it's because like it's like comparison wise, it's like you've got a little fascist dictatorship in some shithole country, and all you're thinking to yourself is, well, at least it's not the Third Reich.
It's just fucking, it's such fucking, honestly, man.
I think one of my
Brink.
favorite things about Brink was like you had like the little character customization. They all had like, oh, this one's the chameleon skin, and this one's the juggernaut skin. They all had like the different like sort of like taglines and stuff. But there was like there was like an espionage one, and the Rebels version was like this really edgy like hoodie with the stitched mouth
And
balaclava,
the
and,
machete on his back.
and then you had the
I
government's
remember
one.
thinking that shit was cool.
Yeah, you had the government's one, which was just really fucking tight gimp leather with a gimp mask. And I was looking at it, I was going, oh.
I forgot about the GIMP stuff.
Like, it actually was proper gimpy.
I
super
fucking
GIMP.
I actually I hate them so much. I hate them so much.
I still,
Like, it's actually, like, it still physically hurts, like, thinking of the, like, yeah, we must have spent about 80 quid, because it was like 60 quid at the time, and then 20 quid pre-order or something.
yeah, we got special editions of it. I remember.
Yeah, and it was like the single, like, from then on, every game that, like, people were like, oh, this is going to be a minute, I was like, no, it's going to be shit. It's going to be shit. It's going to be shit. And every time I was, fucking games industry, man. Holy shit. We need to nuke it. Just nuke it and start over. Fuck your Skyrims. Fuck your Morrowinds. Just start over.
Fuck your Call of Duties.
Fuck your fucking Fortnites. Fuck's sake.
Fuck your 2 weeks. Fuck your John Wicks.
Oh shit, man! Oh, you've made us sad now. We need
why the
right.
fuck?
Move along. We need something like cheery, some
Right.
good news.
I could tell a story about a man. We'll just call him Big O for the moment.
Okay.
T.
And
Big OT.
Yeah.
Big O little T.
Big O little T.
I don't know if this is going to send. Wait, if you just click that link, it's a very special image.
Oh my god. So that's
Still-
spy from
still-
Team Fortress.
still,
Wait, no. That wasn't the Orcs dude.
It was?
No, it wasn't. That was the fucking Resistance dude. I can find the. Hang on.
no.
I can find him right now. No, hang on. Ah, cut that out.
It's in the wiki, isn't it?
Hold on. No, I can find the one.
It was
Jack's
at the end of the
referencing,
trailer. It was the end of the trailer because he stamps the guy. It was the last guy you see in the trailer.
Shit, maybe, yeah, you might be right, actually. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was thinking of the dude that was running from Machete Mask Man.
No, that was like the chameleon skin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of,
With the two guns.
yeah, I was thinking of this dude, and I was like, what do you mean? That looked sick?
Yeah, that guy looks sick.
Fucking, he did.
Fast forward to the guy who kills him.
Yeah, I see it now, yeah.
Screenshot it.
But
Imagine wearing this unironically and thinking you're a fucking badass. Like, look at this dude. Look at that big iron.
it's like
That fucking big iron.
It's like if Spy from Team Fortress suddenly decided to get kinky.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I watched that
Honestly.
trailer too much. That trailer, I think I've watched about
Like-
80 times.
Yeah.
Like it's burned into my brain.
I remember it, like, down from the fucking grenade launcher shot.
Yeah, like even just like, oh look, there's the smooth movement. Fuck's sake.
But yeah, big O.
T.
Like, yeah. Like, I was going on, I don't think we've ever told you, Connor, about the time Owen got really, really paranoid. Was it paranoid?
I think we've got loads of fucking... Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Well, I'll just say, like, so, like, especially Andrew didn't fucking ever hear about this, but we'll do a Big O story. So we're up at Big O's, and
It was after I
sitting
went out
there.
for a party. We came back to Big O's.
I'm not going on about that. I'm going on about when we had a drink and we found our little blonde boy, our favourite little M&M.
Yeah,
Like, he was there.
right on.
And like we fucking drank heavy. They were smoking a little bit of the illegal stuff. And
That's wacky tobacco.
yeah. And
The
and
devil's
we were
lettuce.
like, and we were talking about D&D because, like, obviously Blonde Boy never fucking really played it with us because he never fucking really had a chance to properly anyway. And so we were like, fuck it, let's play it now because I could probably
fucking mortal.
I could probably improv something. Fucking why not try? So like, alright. And so we started, right? And I'll be honest, I'm still kind of proud of this session, the way it went on.
Mm-hmm.
Because as drunk as I was, it was very fucking smart. So what happened was, it was like, because, like, Jack and, Big O and Ian had all their characters already, and so they're like, oh, these are your characters, and I'll just add you in, like, Blonde Boy as a different character, like, just a completely different character. And I took the piss sitting there and seeing he was like, he had a little cart in the middle of nowhere that he used to make potions out of, you know, like, and all this stupid shit. And you can visit him and stuff, and so they decided to, like, try some of his potions out. And then
Just
you're
a
like,
little test run.
oh yeah, he has something knocking, and I forgot who it was. I think it was Jack. And I was like, Jack, you see, like, a fucking Cyclops, like, outside? And Jack's like, shit, and he locks the door. He's like, there's a Cyclops outside. And Owen opens it, and it's a fucking dragon. And then, and then Harris opens it, and it's a bunch of fucking guards. And, like, they're all sitting there, and they all start panicking.
I
And
hate
Jack
the cupboard.
fucking, Jack finds the secret entrance, that fucking thing he has, and bolts it out of there. But, like, they all chase after him, and Owen gets feared, and Owen was fuming at becoming feared by, like, by the dragon,
Yeah, it's
right?
literally a big fucking 80-foot dragon, and it's like, it's cast fear, and you kind of do now. And you go, well, fuck.
I'll fight this man.
But so he had a run, and so he's running, and, like, all this crazy
But he's
shit.
running in a huff.
Yeah, he's running a huff, right? and so, like, it goes on, and, like, a lot of, like, really dumb shit happens. Like, one of them tries to hide in a tree, and then I think it's Ian gets into a fight with like the guards, and then like they chop his arm off, and but I put all these subtle messages in, right? Because what it ended up being was they were all tripping from the drink.
Yeah.
Which is why one of them saw a dragon, one of them saw a god, and the one saw a cyclops. It's why they had so many different hallucinations.
Like, yeah, varying hallucinations too.
And none of them got it until the very end. Like, cause like I was like, I think it was to Jack. I was like, Jack, you see Ian when you're hiding in the tree? He's screaming, clutching his hand for no real reason.
But then when it was like, Ian, it's your turn, it's like he was like armless and shit, and he was dealing with like bleeding out, and he's trying to keep himself alive and run endurance checks not to pass out and stuff. And then it's like, Jack, it's your turn. You see Ian, he's standing in the field, screaming at his hand. I'm like,
and so like it was a funny little start, right? It was really good. It was very funny. I got everybody with it. I was like, got him, ha ha ha, and everyone thought it was funny except Owen, who was fuming, right? And
fuming.
And so, because he kept seeing stuff, and I kept being like, well, it's a dragon. And then I was like, for fucking thingy's sake, you end up back there and shit. And they're all like, oh, we want to try another one. And I'm like, really? And so it was like Owen and Ian tried one, and it was a portion of paralysis. So they were paralyzed. And like I had them roll, and like Owen failed the first roll, and he's fucking fuming. He's like, oh well, fucking it's not like fucking thing, it's shit anyway.
Like, because it was like, Ian, you rolled, and you got like an 18, and it was right, okay, the paralysis wears off or whatever. When you roll 6, Gans, oh no, you're not, like, the paralysis is still on.
And we're kind of laughing at the fact that he's like still right, but he's like, but I'm like, Ian, roll, like, I was like you can roll again now. He's like, what's the fucking point? What does it even fucking matter? And I was like, come on, no, fuck off. Why does he even fucking care me? You just want to paralyze it. You just want to fucking be an absolute cunt. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you want us to paralyze you? And it's like, fuck it, I can't. Fucking make it stay paralyzed and you cunt. Like, make it stay paralyzed. I was like, careful what you wish for. And I turn around and I'm like, suddenly, like, the paralysis potion had a weird effect. And Big O like drops to the floor, crying. He has lost the use of his legs. He is paralyzed from the waist down.
Fucking Christ!
But then Alan like spawned a wheelchair for when everything just
and
wheeling him about and shit.
And they're going to meet a gangster, and he's like, "What the fuck does it matter? Slit me throat, slit me."
No. Oh fuck! We got up like we had like that was like were like overarching quests and stuff. And that was my next objective and shit. And then we'd done the whole side quest with Harris, and then we brought Harris along for this little bit and owning his fucking wheelchair. And we wheeled him up in the meeting and stuff, and we're like having this like meeting. Alan's playing as the fucking like the bag boy kind of thing, and we're negotiating.
I'm playing as the other guy, but Owen's still talking to him like he's me.
Yeah. And he's like, and Alan's like, oh yeah, right. He's like, oh yeah, right, lads, have you got the bag and all that stuff? And we're like, oh yeah, mate, I've got the bag. I was like, go on then, fucking kill. And then Alan's like looking me dead in the face. He's going, oh, I see you've got a very disabled friend here. He's very disabled. I can say that he's not capable. He's in that wheelchair. He's very rowdy. I can see that. And I was going, you're a fucking mug and all this stuff. And then he's going, I said, do you want us to put you out your misery? Do you want us to put you out? He goes, alright, go on then. Killers, I dare you, killers, go on. And then Alan's like, right, okay. I pull the knife out and I put it at your throat. Are you sure you want us to do this? And I was like, go on, slit me throat. And then it's like, he slits his throat and Owen fucking dies. And then it's like, me, Harris, and Ian are standing next to this wheelchair. Owen just dying. We're just like, oh. And then Alan's like, and then a fucking lightning bolt comes through and kills everyone. The end. And I was like, alright, sweet.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Fucking shit. Oh my god. That's fucked. Shit. Oh my
Like-
god! You should have made him fucking roll a death blow survival. So then he became mute.
Owen, you can attack.
Yeah, Owen, your fucking throat was cut. Our head's still healing.
No, he was but he was like paranoid about. No, it was because like I was like when I was going on about it, he became dead paranoid about the fact that there was a dragon or something along them lines. I forgot what it was.
No, I think it was something like because it was like you're all taking the piss out of us. We're like, no,
Everybody's getting laughed at here. Fucking Ian was clutching his arm,
screaming
like,
at his hand and shit. Yeah, it was stupid.
like it was like it was like Packers, but that's not the only big old story. But I'll leave the others because they're like a fine wine. You've only got to open it every so often.
They're just fucking. It's really weird. Like, I don't imagine specifically in my experience with playing with two of these people before, or at least playing with one of these people, and also hearing stories of the other. I don't know how you can play D&D in like an orderly format at all.
Oh no, it's fun most of the time. To be fair,
Like I'll be honest, like I don't think I'll ever have as much fun than I did DMing the session with like Ian and them when like I turned their like normal fantasy adventure into like a horror.
Oh, I remember. See, but that's the prime fucking. Sorry, it's like the prime example of what I'm talking about. Like, I remember you telling us, where like it's like something else is happening in the other portion of the house, and then Ian's like, I go downstairs, and you're like,
It was like
oh.
no, it was like what I was really proud of was like because how Owen plays. Owen plays like he plays a cunt who would fight with anybody. That's the type of person, and I didn't like. And you never expect them to ever get along with an NPC. I expect them to be one of them cunts who make an NPC just not like them.
Owen plays the type of characters that nuke Megaton.
Like Owen's the type of characters that get kicked out of the guild and like scream like and get kicked out of a church.
Big fart impersonating Bahamut.
Yeah, for like kicking off about something and then like going on about how the law's unjust and how everybody else is a lower life form than himself.
Yeah.
But anyway, away from that, like Owen fucking like it was like a guy and like cause like I was like, oh, there's these crowd of people and they look kind of odd, they look different, right? And he has a drinking competition with one of them called like I think Big Bill.
Yeah, I think you've told me this one before, I think.
And Owen fucking loved them, and I swear to God, I mean loved them. Like, they had a drinking competition, they were just shooting the shit with each other. Like, Owen was dead invested in Big Bill.
Invested in his character arc.
And so when Big Bill died, Owen was like, no!
It was generally like a fucking movie bit.
Like,
good shit.
I've never seen so much sadness and anger in his face before.
How did he die?
Well, because it was like fighting like a werewolf.
It was right. Do you know what it is? I thought I was really fucking smart, but Alan's way
so
smarter than
weren't,
me,
obviously.
right? So I'm doing my whole thing. I'm obviously the face,
Right,
I'm the brains, I'm everything of this operation, bar the muscle, right?
But by the way, like just beforehand as well, like when I come in to it, like Jack Ann's, well, we were going to this mansion and stuff, but that's all I've got. And I didn't have anything planned. I was like, don't worry, I'll think of something.
So the whole thing was like, there was a sick child of some noble that were swindled away into, like, I was this, like, medical pharmacist genius, and, like, this whole thing, we were there to steal kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And so that was my front was like, oh, I'm going to pretend, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to bollocks my way into thinking that I could, like, heal this kid. And whilst I'm doing that, Ian's going to steal, and if things go south, that it was going to fucking break legs. So we'll rock in there, but everything's going sweet, and I'm chatting my way through shit. And Alan's, like, leading with down into this fucking dungeon, and I'm just sitting there, couldn't give a fuck, right? I'm just trying to smooth talk my way through everything. and like the leading would down at this fucking big spooky place, and like Ian's upstairs stealing, and Owen's just blindly following us, and we'll get this big massive fucking door. And they're like, yeah, just get in there. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sweet, because you know I am the doctor here. And I walked in, and they shut the door behind me and Owen, and we're just standing there like, fuck. And I realised I've been swindled, and I'm looking at Alan, and I was looking at us with a big smile. I'm still going, I'm a fucking idiot. Like,
but no, like I give clues.
Yeah, he was dropping all these hints and stuff, and I'm just sitting there going, well, I'm the expert here.
It was like I think it was Ian pickpocketed one of the guys in the bar, because there was like a group and they looked kind of shady, and like they found out that they were there for like kind of like the same reasons as them, like, oh, they found out that the thingy was sick, the son was sick or whatever, and that's why they were there. But like one of them had like a silver knife on him with like weird marks on it. And, you know, they were like, oh, we had in all this stuff. And I'll be honest, I loved Ian just for like the comedy factor. Ian is like him sitting there and he's like upstairs and he's swindling stuff. Like to him, he's the one like doing everything, you know? Like, he's like, he's
the protagonist.
He's the protagonist. He's doing all the cool shit with stealing stuff upstairs. And then like, when I tell like everybody about how fucking like, him and Big O's about to fight a werewolf, he's like, I see what's going on, and I check downstairs.
No, he's like, I got a feeling that I should go downstairs. And Alan goes, no, you don't. And he goes, yeah, no, I do. And he's like, no, you don't. And then he's like, but I'm just gonna go downstairs. No, you need a reason to go downstairs. No, I just can't.
Yeah, down. But that's so annoying though.
But then, this was the funniest part of like the entire thing, because he can't get in. Then like he's got this big smug fucking like smile on his face.
He does some like stealthy stuff. He does some stealthy stuff, and he gets himself in the room. So then he's like in this like pre-boss fight build-up bit now, and it's been revealed like it's the big werewolf.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a big fucking smirk on his face, and he goes, I pull out that silver dagger that I stole from what's it called now. It's like, if you remember, you hid the dagger on the floorboards of the tavern.
Oh no.
And he's like, shit.
This is why you fucking keep track of your character's inventory. Holy shit. Fucking Ian, man.
But
we should all play D&D at some point.
Yeah.
Have a geek party.
And we're done the whole boss fight thing, and then like the big brute that Owen fell in love with was in the fight with her, and the fucking werewolf just picks him up, finishes him, rips him in half, kind of thing. And Owen sits there and he's like, it was so good. And then like Owen's like fighting this big werewolf thing, and it was like we had a fucking sweet little fight for it. It was so good. But Owen was generally fucking raging. Like he was so invested in this character. It was great.
Like right after, he's like, I cannot believe that happened to Bill. I was like, why did they not just take Ian instead?
There was like a bunch of other side characters that was with Bill, but Bill was the one that got fucked. Because Bill was like that team's Owen, like the big brute up front guy. Yeah. And then the Welsh just grabbed him and 20'd him and just fucking rips him in half. And then Owen was just like...
we need to commit more sessions, I think, with D&D. Like,
for sure.
All these one-off stories are great, but like imagine a like extended fucking cut. We can explain like the fucking branching shit, like all of that stuff. Like the Star Wars shit, we're about to fucking we're about to like have a cantina and just completely fuck off one of the biggest criminal underworld gangs.
Yeah, but like I hated trying to learn the Star Wars lore because I felt like I kept getting it mixed up. And
it's really easy to.
It was just so difficult for us, and I never liked the idea of me player correcting us.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah,
because like, if I was like, this would be perfect for Connor, I'm good
Yeah.
at stories. I'm not good in a place where I don't know the lore too well.
Mm.
Like it was like the
Shit,
Baghdad
that reminds
Bank
us.
thing.
That's just reminded us actually, but it's kind of a heartbreaking story. I was actually in the process of writing a Star Wars campaign, where like an extended one, like actually planning everything and all that jazz. But I've lost it all because it was on my old computer.
Oh,
I'll start again.
Like, actually sick of my life.
I've still got the short stuff
I'll
though.
need to like re-get everything. Like, are people gonna want to be Jedi? Are they not gonna want etc.
Nah, I want to be
Starting, like,
smuggler.
work
I want
into
to
that
get
shit.
that
I
money.
still-
Gotta get mad
know-
creds.
Do you know what Jack's like the sci-fi game I played with Jack? Like I played it for like one thing, and
Is
like
that the one that you did, Jack?
yeah,
Yeah, I built a sci-fi campaign. I homebrewed
I'm
it.
I was
pretty sure I
like-
was there.
I was like a big crime boss, right? No, this was like up like because he used the same setting for like 2 games.
Yeah, I ran your campaigns parallel. It was actually
Oh,
really
okay,
good.
okay.
I was so
But it
proud of
was,
myself.
But it was so, but he was like, cause they were getting in league with like and so I was like, oh well, since I need to jump in anyway, I'll be the crime boss. And he was like a proper Slavic fucker, so he had like a tracksuit on, a bright red tracksuit,
Tripolsky.
and like a fucking shotgun and a muckle mustache, and he was like wider than he was, he was smaller than he was like wider. He was like a bulky fucker. He would just yell all the time, and he was just an absolute fuck up and a dipshit, and I fucking loved him. And he was like, and I was like, here, have one of me cigars patented, and because I forgot his name now, but it was like patented his name, and like,
Fuck's sake.
and someone was like, I'll light it up, and like they had a roll for it, and it blew up in the face. And then I think I had to, and we kept getting ones on these fucking cigars.
I remember ours. That was with Robrock, right?
Yeah, Rubrock. Remember when he talked to her?
Oof.
What? Sorry.
I'm saying, remember when he talked to her?
Oof. This is going public. It's all out now.
Fuck you, Brock.
Cyberbullies drama.
Oh, we have a new Brock, and he's straight.
Cut! Cut!
Now,
Now
yeah,
these-
so,
this should be stopped. Like all Brink related things in the
yeah,
Cyberbullies
okay, yeah, good
boardroom.
point. We're moving
No,
on.
no,
we're
no.
moving on.
there you go then.
No. I was just going on about
This
like
can't be
Canada-
fucking real.
Is this real?
This can't be real. This can't be fucking real.
that's what does the title say just for the audience, Connor?
Farming Simulator is getting its own esports league with more than $280,000 in prizes.
I do
Read
not-
that first.
What the fuck?
When you think of competitive gaming and esports, your mind probably drifts towards massively popular online games like Fortnite and Overwatch. But there are plenty of less heralded games.
Heralded games making their way in the space, including games about farming. Today, developer Giant Software announced a new farming simulator league, which is exactly what it sounds like. A competitive tournament for the enduringly popular PC series, Farming Simulator. It will consist of 10 tournaments across Europe, including big events like Gamescom and Paris Games Week, culminating in the grand final at FarmCon 2020.
FarmCon?
FarmCon! The developer is putting up a $250,000 euros in prize pool, in prize money, around $280,000, and it has lured big-name sponsors like Logitech and Intel. The new league will pit players against each other in the most recent entry in the series, Farming Simulator 19, which sold 1 million copies in its first 10 days of availability last year. Competitive farming... Oh, no way. Competitive farming simulator events have quietly existed for several years, relegated primarily to agriculture-focused events. But they drew big crowds of players who wanted to watch the best game bale stackers in the world, prompting Giant CEO Christian Amann to start looking at farming esports a bit more seriously. Quote, that's when we realised that that's something we could potentially do on a bit more professional level, unquote, he told Esports Observer.
Sorry, stop for a second. So imagine you're a CEO, right? And somehow your fucking companies manage to like swindle money out of people in like farming simulators, because for some reason all people want to do when they're not working. So imagine that, and then someone comes in and goes, "Wait a second, lad. Like fucking, we've like, why not make it a fucking esports thing? People are doing it itself."
Right, no, shut up, right? Okay, Farming Simulator. I don't think it's fair to say this swindled them in the first place. But this, like, what is the fucking competitive Farming Simulator events being relegated to primarily agriculture-focused events mean? Does that mean they're turning up at, like, the fucking Durham Cow Drive and just have a competitive fucking cheeky game there? Like, what does that mean?
Apparently it's like StarCraft with a lot of complex keybinds and stuff.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Nah. I mean, if you're into that shit, then sure, whatever. But
Germans are robots. I'm gonna say it right here. The Croat is a robot. Like, Brock is like 1/5 machine. It just means he's 1/5 German.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I swear to God, like, because Germans are the ones who love these simulators.
That's not true. Like,
games.
my dad was really into Farming Simulator, did, and Jack was really into Euro Truck.
Yeah, but that's Jack.
Hi. I like games about transport and games
likes
about
dad
business management.
He likes dad games. We should get it out of the way, actually. Like, okay, so that, since this is like the informal, I guess, like video type, what sort of games are we into, lads? Alan, go.
Right. Andrew, go.
Oh, his Discord's fucked. Andrew, go.
Oh,
That's all.
there he is.
FPS
Hello?
still.
Okay.
I'm getting more open to the rest of them though, like RTS's Grand Strategy.
I think Andrew's really into any game that's got either a leaderboard or a competitive scene.
No.
Anyone he can dunk on anyone else in.
Yeah, and then
Rocket League.
pretend like he's not trying to dunk on people. Yeah, that's
Let's just play casually, but holy shit.
What do you guys play?
Oh, just play casual.
Okay, I've got a better idea. Let's all describe each other's games that we like to
There
play.
you go. That's better.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I want to go first.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, first you have Jack's, and all I can think of is when I think of Jack's games he plays, is what an accountant would play. You know, like they're like sorting simulators. It's like, oh, you got to work your economy. You've got to fucking, oh look, you're in a fucking, you've got a prison architect. You know, fucking
It's fun as fuck. Fuck you.
Like Stellaris, Paradox games, like any game where you've got to sort and like mumble stuff out, like SimCity, I expect would be one he would like.
I did like SimCity, but I liked Skylines.
He likes Transport Tycoon.
Roller. I was gonna say Roller Coaster Tycoon and shit like that.
That's so
Like,
fun. Fuck you. It's a childhood game.
He's very big, and those are games I
Thanks.
expect accountants and people who just like things like neatly ordered and like you know, it's just what I
hint of
expect.
autism.
Is it a good time to mention that Jack stacks coins on his desk when he's bored?
Yes, and collects them.
Why are you gonna do this to us?
Exposed.
What? This
You've
started
just
off.
been doxed.
This started off as a nice little. Ooh, what games do we like to? Let's parade Jack and expose his fucking hobbies.
It's all right because Andrew's next, right?
Okay,
So-
go, Andrew, go.
So then there's Andrew, and like you said, any game Andrew can just fucking dunk on is a game
Emphasis
Andrew
on the
likes.
dunk.
It's a game like Andrew will turn around and be like, "Oh, I'm not the best player," and he's right. He's not the best player. He's just up there, and he's better than every.
You.
And he's just better than everybody else that you know, and you. Like everybody will sit there and be like, "Oh, there he is, fucking COD kid," and you wonder why they'll sit there and they say that because if you play COD with him, he'll fucking anally rip you, as he does on every other game he plays with you. Oh, Alan, do you want to play some fighting game? Oh, I read. Like, I think the only reason I beat you at Soul Calibur is just because I know Soul Calibur more than you.
Not for long.
Oh,
Oh no, it's not even true! No!
What do you mean?
You've been steadily learning like little SoCal things, and I don't think Alan's had as much of a chance to.
I don't know if I have been learning.
You have been. No, you definitely have. It's fucking annoying.
Okay. I'll take it.
but then you have Connor.
Oh boy.
And Connor is just
stuttering.
an entire bag of frustrating when it comes to games. You kind of time down to like one genre. Like I would think he's definitely got the most variety out of all of them. Like I'm sure I saw Karawa Shoujo like in his fucking
Oh yeah, I played
games.
Karawa Shoujo.
Fucking
Fuck
you know?
playthroughs.
Fucking Cripple Girl
yeah, I
visual
played through
novels.
all of the routes, motherfucker. Yeah, fuck yeah. Karawa Shoujo was amazing.
And like, and he's fucking, it's like
Isn't there
like,
gay storylines in that game, Connor? What are you?
No, the
Comfortable
one
in your
gay storyline
sexuality?
ends up with you accidentally killing yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Spoilers, by the way.
Nice.
Oh.
We'll call that one.
Wow.
Maybe we should censor that. I don't know.
I feel like Alan's just been shocked into silence.
I just cannot believe how base Karawa Shoujo
It's
is.
so
Oh,
base.
it's fucking great. Fuck you.
No, I'm
Well,
not.
we're
I'm
talking
not
about
taking
base
the
games.
piss
Can we
out of it.
talk about fucking Literature Club? Because that's pretty based.
Literature club.
But 2 seconds. Anyway, like I was saying, right? Like I said, like, so Connor's games is just whatever Andrew plays on top of like very like weebish games that like that's not too weebish. It kind of just skirts the line. Like kind of they're open. Like everybody plays them. Like Final Fantasies and shit like that. Like Monster Hunter, but he
That's
doesn't
like
get.
closet weeb games.
Yeah, he plays closet weeb games. Like, and I'll be quite honest, I describe myself like that. Like, I play Persona and fucking Disgaea, for fuck's sake. I don't even think that's closet. That's like flaming gay.
Why is it flaming gay?
It's like, I'm out and about.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
have you ever-
Except in this case, it's Connie too, I guess.
If you ever seen Disgaea, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Weeb Central, like, without a doubt.
Yeah, and I just roasted myself when I tried roasting Connor. You've got some
I have a
magic.
shield.
You've got a shield. But I'll be honest, I just had to kind of defend myself there because thinking of myself, I just think, God, I'm the most closeted weeb out of everybody. Like, Connor and Andrew will talk about some new anime and I'll chuckle because I know the fucking spoilers to it already. Like,
My one more.
you are like little babies. But yeah, that's you three and me to like a bit of an extent.
Okay, Alan was soft on himself, that's fine.
Well, one of you can
Okay,
describe
yeah,
everyone
describing
else.
yourself as I would argue is way more difficult than anything else. Jack, go.
Oh God, I feel like
Oh,
everything's been said. I don't know anything about Alan's games. Like generally, the only thing I would really say about his games would be Disgaea, and I was pleasantly surprised when I actually ended up playing it. Apart from the weird, like, is it incest or what's the fucking storyline going on with them two?
There's no incest.
Is it? I remember being really fucking uncomfortable in the cutscenes.
Is that not just because of the awful voice acting?
Yeah, it
Oh,
has
it
got
was
awful voice acting.
fucking awful.
There's no incest. Like it's a guy trying to become king of the underworld. That's
Yeah,
it.
but it's
There's
like-
no like.
But then there's like someone like I remember there was a girl and she was like really weird and
Is this the first one,
I
yeah?
don't know whichever one Alan made
Yeah,
us play.
it'd be the
Yeah,
first one.
So that was
And there's a weird girl. There was two girls. One of them was an angel, so she thought everything was all lovey dovey and stuff, which is why she was
definitely a
weird.
devil. I think she had a little devil tail or something.
Yeah, and that one was just like a swindler and a cunt.
yeah, You would identify with her.
Oh, okay, cool.
And she's literally a female version of you, brown nosing the like main character, but like stabbing him in the back multiple times constantly, and having her own squad of goons. Like seriously, like she's got a squad of like all she thinks about is money and getting things.
Can you play from her point of view? Because that sounds fun, actually.
She's like one of the most beloved characters, and I didn't understand why. I can't stand her. Like, but everybody fucking loves Etna, and I hate her. She was like in Disgaea too, and I can't stand it. Like, she's like one of the main characters, and I'm like, piss off. Like, fucking, like, and I don't like the way they treat fucking the main character of the first one and that one. I think it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's sad. And I'm like, stop it. You're supposed to be like an overpowered cunt who just bullies people all the time.
Some help.
I'm talking too much about Disgaea, like the weeb I am.
Your weeb is just overflowing right now. Andrew, you got a better way of describing the games that we play?
No, I can mention some of the other games Alan plays though, like that type. Doom. You know, he's got Doom son.
Shit, Alan's just a complete fucking boomer. Him and his dad are just two little fucking boomers. We don't have a fucking memory card, so we'll just have to play through the whole fucking game, Alan. I'll get the Monster Energy. Alan waking up in the morning to fucking Metallica playing, and he comes downstairs to eat his fucking Cocoa Pops, and as he goes in the fridge to get the milk, he realises the cheat codes for Doom are written on a bit of paper stuck to them.
But that's an actual story. Like, I told Jack that is absolutely true, because the PS1 of Doom didn't have what's it called? It didn't have saves, so like it would only have level loads. And
do you remember the cheat code? So you had to type in a load of level.
Yeah,
we'd mark the levels, but not only would we mark the levels, we'd mark the levels, and then like we'd always find secrets on them. So we'd mark the levels with the secrets where we can start at to get the most guns. Because you'd always start with just a pistol.
So then you'd have Alan and his dad fucking Doom soundtrack 24/7. Quick, Alan, get to the fridge! Where's the secret?
I was gonna like.
I'm going, Dad. I'm going. I just can't walk properly.
What it is?
Well, what, you don't know what the Doom?
Yeah, like all I can think of is random metal guitars.
Someone is. I was thinking, what the fuck are you doing with that? Yeah, that actually was it.
Yeah.
I am. That's that perfect, Jack.
Literally fucking boomer games and weeb shit. That's all Alan plays.
Yep.
It actually is! The more I think about it, he's like, oh, the old Metal Gear Solids are fucking mint. And he's like, I'm Jack and Daxter and Doom are the fucking best games ever made. They don't make them like they used to. Andrew, you play anything that has the capacity to fucking try hard, but then you can pretend like you're breezing through it and just having a casual time. I fucking hate you, you piece of fucking shit. You're the worst. Anything that has like it's like anything, like a fighting game or a fucking leaderboard game or like Rocket League or Dota. You can be like, oh, I'm just having a good time with my dude, but then like in your brain you're like, you get shit on, kid. Fucking eat my fucking dick. I hate it.
I've just realised, Connor, you do the exact same thing, except you're out about it.
Yeah, no, I am a full-blown, sweaty, try-hard cunt. Jack, you play dad games. That's just the only way I can describe them.
I like
anything.
I like management games. I like to build up a little building up a little company. And for some reason, I've got a thing about transport. Because I really like Transport Tycoon. That's so good. Airline Tycoon was one of my favourite games as a kid. And I was quite into Euro Truck for the longest time. But I didn't really enjoy Euro Truck that much. I was just trying my hardest to get to the point where you start the business and then you get people to work for you and you tell them where to go and stuff. I was just really trying to get to that point, but I never got there.
You're a fucking dick. Anything that's like out there for like, you know, fucking middle-aged dads who don't have the reactions to play those Doots or those League of Legends anymore. So
Those League of
they just sit down,
Fortnites.
they have a sit down and they go, oh, this is more my speed. I can calculate the incomes and do my thing. But then you spend hours doing that shit to the point where I'm pretty sure your parents at some point would have been concerned growing up, like, oh, should we get them tested? Or?
Like,
And then, sorry.
I'm adding another game to this that you haven't thingied, and that is the stock markets.
The game of life.
The game of life. Oof. Yeah, Alan's is weeb shit and boomer shit. I can't really describe mine. I feel like Alan put it more eloquently than I ever could. Like, I just play a lot of fucking shit, really.
Like you're the Andrew of like me when it comes to weeb shit. Like you are you're more closeted weeb than I am when it comes to games wise.
Yeah, like
or more ignorant, should I say? Like when I showed you the Sky, you were super fucking into it, and the same went with Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I'm like surface level weeb who pretends not to be weeb. Like I'm not like I don't read the mangas or whatever the fuck. But Alan were always like, oh, Alan, you watch this? And you're like, plebeians.
Watch!
Watch! With their superior visual quality, read Berserk, peasants.
Yeah, but no, there's no reason not to read Berserk.
Yeah, no, okay, that was a bad example. Read Goblin Slayer, peasants. There you go.
Also, like, I'm such a fucking fan of Goblin Slayer. Like, I couldn't wait for the manga, so I'm reading the fucking light novels.
You fucking weeb!
I fucking love Goblin Slayer because he's like,
good.
I love autists with a one-track mind, like as characters. It's why I love Doom Guy in like the new because he's an autist with a one-track mind. I love like that character of an autist with a one-track mind is the best character. And the only thing I really don't like about Goblin Slayer is the little bitch that's with him, that priestess, trying to make him into a real human being when he doesn't have to be. I don't want him to be a real human being.
I don't want him to be a real human being. I want him to be Goblin Slayer.
I want him to be a real hero.
I want him to kill gobbles and not afraid of anything. For everybody to try and make him be a better person, but all it turns out he just wants to slay more goblins. Everyone's like, look at this beautiful elvish ruins, and he burns the place down because it's got goblins in it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck your beauty, there's gobbles to kill.
This is like the one scene that I've actually seen of it. Like, Alan told us a lot about it. And then
is this the rape scene or whatever?
Oh God, Jesus! I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay.
You know?
Outed yourself there, huh?
It gets dark super fucking quick.
It's just, this is like the one bit that I've seen, and it's like, oh, okay.
She's called Cowgirl. Unironically called Cowgirl.
Fuck.
But
it's
no,
just like the first 20 seconds of it.
Because like honestly, like in the very first chapter, Jack, like it starts like a normal like
a normal adventure.
Anime RPG, like ha ha ha, we're on an adventure, and then everything goes to shit, and like one of them gets raped.
Nice.
Yeah, like it's really disheartening. Like, I guess when I remember when like the first episode got animated or whatever, and people were kicking the fuck off. Like, it was really divisive. Like, people were like, "Well, it's sexualizing rape," and it's like, not really though, is it? Like, if you think it's sexualizing rape, maybe you've got a rape fetish. Nothing wrong with that. But like, dude, come on! Like, it's very clearly displaying it as like a, you know, like an awful act, and clearly it's not enjoyable, and like it's meant to be, you know, mentally scarring. That's the point of it.
By the way, I hope you know, whenever I think of like the autists with a one-track mind, like Goblin Slayer and Doom Guy, and like all of my favorite people ever.
Andrew.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's true. Stick you on Rocket League, I'm gonna rocket the fuck out of that ball.
Yeah, like Mister, there's the goal. There's nothing that'll get in my way.
That bio.
Friendship. Who needs friendship?
When I've got Rocket League.
Oh my god. Do you
It
still
was like-
talk to that Russian friend you made, Andrew?
No.
Why not?
Andrew Stalker.
Because he stopped playing Rocket League and started playing Dota.
Play
Uh-huh.
Dota with him.
But you play
We did.
Dota now, yeah, right.
We did play Dota with him.
Did we?
Oh shit, I remember. He's really toxic, actually.
Yeah, he does what all the other Russians do and picks Axe and maxes his W and then runs at you.
Yeah, he's like hyper aggressive, and if you're remotely not aggressive, he's like starts flaming you. Like
Yeah.
he does that like thing that friends do, like where everyone else is shit, but you can't quite flame your friends. So like he was flaming the shit out of all of us, but then he was like, "Don't worry, Bubble, you play good."
What do you call us in Rocket League? King Calculator.
Yeah,
I think
King.
that's what
King calculator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's adorable. Andrew had a proper bromance, and he
They're like fucking
squandered
parasites.
it.
Oh, okay, I should shut my mouth.
Andrew
What?
and his Rusky friend.
I was about to go off on one.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know one thing though that I've realised, like, cause I absolutely fell in love with Berserk,
Uh-huh.
and I was just
Go on,
like,
move
you
on
were
from
getting
weeb
another- yeah,
shit.
Jack, right. Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say, this is just a weeb Evil Dead.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But
Honestly, and I thought about it more and more, and there's nothing wrong. I fucking love it.
we need no. We need a non-weed topic that like Jack and Andrew can fucking do, because like me and you can sit here and be like berserk, but like Jack's sitting there going fucking jab shite.
I mean, at least Andrew's watched Dragon Ball and that other one.
that
about-
other one.
One Piece.
Yeah. the pirate one.
Yeah.
But Jack's
How
not
about Bitcoin, Jack? Something you really know
But
about?
then no one else knows about it. And we're not going to
I
like
know all
any,
about it.
any
It
good
was a
stories
meme.
and stuff. Yeah, it was a bubble.
It was a
it wasn't a
bubble
bubble.
at first.
I can learn, I don't mind.
What, in like fucking 30 seconds you're just going to absorb all the info on Bitcoin ever and come back and be like, yeah, Jack, I agree with your thesis.
King Calculator. That is finest.
Holy shit, King Calculator.
King
Okay,
Calculator.
right, that's your Discord name now.
Okay, that's fine.
You have to. Yeah, but fucking Stellaris is. I've been giggling at myself thinking of civs that I can play, and like I was going on about the corporate one, and do you know how you can be like you can have like corporation, but it's also like religion.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna make memory TV.
Fuck's sake.
Just
Fuck
that-
off.
Oh, shit.
that takes over the planet.
Beautiful.
That's... mm-mm.
I love the screenshots taken out of context.
Oh, it's so. What even is like even taking like even in context, you're like what?
I like the ones
What
where they
con-
like, literally have brawls on the set. It's fucking glorious.
Insane,
It's
man.
just very, very weird.
Why isn't our content like memory TVs?
You know your fucking Christian broadcasts where they have fucking brawls on set where they rip the desks apart just to chuck at each other? Where's that?
Forested?
Where's that?
Where's-
You get mass conversion.
Where's the Christian blood sport
I
in
want
TV?
like Christian
Where's-
blood sports.
Where's the Catholic friar Bob against like Protestant band member number one?
A Christian rock band member.
The Rogers
Stephen-
family versus
Stephen
parish fucking
Rogers.
priest Joe.
the Stevens family versus the Catholic fucking what they called when you have like an entire like congregation of people,
Mass?
Like
mass.
a flock.
a flock, that was it. Like I was going to say like Friar Dean's flock.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I don't know if this was intentional, but you know Resident Evil 7, yeah?
Yeah.
They give distinct crazy Christian vibes, right?
Yeah. Well, that's because it's like a southern Christian family. Like, I feel as though it's like, and that doesn't say it outright, but like you've got like the parents and like they've got land.
Patriarch and
They've
shit
got like
that.
they've got like land, and like the old man, like when like if you've seen him when he's not in the scene, he works hard. He's obviously built the house. He's done everything in it, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like a happy family, and so obviously you'll have all them staples of a southern family with like farmland and shit like that. And they're kind of hicks, and they're kind of not so smart, but they're smart in some area. Like, I won't say it like you know, or like, but like I've mentioned before, like obviously Resident Evil 7 completely took shit right from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, there's bits in it that are like straight from Evil Dead as well, aren't there? Like the chainsaw fight and shit.
No, that's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He says groovy.
Oh yeah, groovy straight from fucking straight from it. But like I'll just.
I'm sure there's like another reference as well. Oh well, I guess it is just a reference.
I haven't played it, so I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna link it in the thing because it's like the second one. Me and Jack as well, because I've been really wanting to kind of like hold Jack's hand through like a ton of like horrors. But I've been wanting to sit there and be like you know, like watching a series of horrors with him, going, these are the best of the series. These are like the campiest and stupidest. And explaining what the fuck happened.
I like how you avoid calling them bad, because to call you baby
no, they're shit. Like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is shit. It is horrid. But it is also dead funny because of it. It is like, by the way, have you been watching it? Yeah, like, obviously, like, it's like the chainsaw scene where, like, they're fighting and stuff.
Yeah, I've just watched it there, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I like how Scott Hulse does for his chainsaws, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I like how he's, like, akimbo in them right now. That's my favourite part.
Akimbo chainsaw.
And there's a man still swinging a chainsaw with a chainsaw in his gut.
Yeah, it's the optimal amount of
while
chainsaw.
it's on. So, yeah, grand total, there's about 4 chainsaws. That's definitely the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm glad that we cleared that one up. It's not like the Texas Gun Massacre.
4 chainsaws on screen at all times.
Do you know what I love most about it, though? What? Is like the first one was like horrendous because there was never anything like that. Like before that, like it's like it all took place in the day. It was fucking creepy. It it was scary for like, and it was dead serious. And then this is just the second one. This is number 2, and it goes right. There's a chainsaw battle.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Just though, like, what? Why did that happen?
How is he going to fight a chainsaw without chainsaws?
Do you know what it is? Cocaine, and a lot of people saying, what if?
Yeah.
That's what happens. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure that's how lamps work either, by the way.
Like you know, Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street, from 1 to 2, went from this, like, he was a serious dream demon in the first one, to like, oh, Freddy's a symbol for, like, being a closeted gay.
Oh.
No, I am honestly not joking. Like, Connor, there's supposed to be subtext in the second one. Like, you know, like, a sort of, like, thing about, like, being gay and shit like that. Like the main character's a guy, but he's still, like, a scream queen. And, like, and Freddy's trying to kill people through him, like, you know, try and control him.
Right.
And, like, is, like, inside of him and wants to come out. But, like, it is literally the most... Like, I watched it as a kid, and I was like, this is fucking gay. I am serious. I am not joking.
This makes me think about Pee-Pee's touching his little Alan's fucking...
I swear to fucking God, first time I watched it with Dad, I was like, Dad, this is gay. And he was like, I fucking nah. I just want to get through this one to get through the third one.
Daddy Boomer, why are you making me watch this? Son, I do not know.
because I hate you.
Fucking
Like,
shit.
but no, like but it is like because obviously it was supposed to be subtle. It is not subtle, like at all. Like it's like there's a part, right, because he's got this love interest which is a girl, right? And, like
That's pretty gay.
That's the biggest gay.
no,
pretty
no,
fucking
no,
gay.
no. But then he's got this pal, right, and he wasn't his pal, but then he became his pal, and it's like, and
It's kind of how pals work.
yeah, but like he turns around, right, and he fucking it's something like Freddy's like taking control of him when he's trying to kiss this bird, and he's like, oh, and like he fucking runs off from the bird he was about to bang, and then Gans to his pal's house again. Can I stay in your room with you? Make sure to lock the door, and then fucking like, and it's just hard to explain how
I don't
gay
know,
it
that
is.
sounds like something Jack would do with you.
Right? There's a scene, right? There's a scene where he's possessed by Freddy, and you know where he ends up?
His
A
pals
leather
are-
gear bar.
Oh,
So is Freddy gay or not?
I'm not sure. Like,
no, have you not seen the latest one? He's a nonce.
That's not the latest one though. That's the original, isn't it?
no. Like in the in the original, like Wes Craven wanted him to be a nonce in the original,
Right.
but something happened around that time with like pedophiles.
Okay.
Where like it was like too hot, so he just made them a child killer. Not like hot in that way, you
Yeah.
dirty bastard.
yeah.
but,
So
like-
it's not like contrived. Then is what I mean. It's
Yeah,
not like he's randomly a pedo now.
yeah. Like no, Ari, I've just typed in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, right? Like trailer, kill count, ending, dance, soundtrack, review, gay undertones.
I mean, that's still like the fifth option, Alan.
It's still the fifth option. Gay undertones is the fifth option.
This is why Alan's like so aggressive, isn't it? Because he watched Freddy like fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and he's like, holy shit, why does this speak to me?
Shut up. But no, I'm gonna type in shower scene, and you're gonna watch it and be like, oh.
If you
What?
just type in gay shower scene into Google,
The second thing is Freddy's Revenge. Jesse's gay.
But how is it gay if Freddy's making him do that?
No, it's. I can't like. It's just I can't explain like how odd it is. Like it's not just that. Like it's not Freddy controlling them. Like the guy himself. Like the.
What was that?
oh shit! I didn't know that you posted the scene.
The first 10 seconds. Okay, so what about this was gay? Sorry.
Just keep watching. Yeah.
I did.
It ended.
What? Where did it end?
He started tying him to a shower.
Like it doesn't show the kill. Well, obviously it doesn't
No.
show the kill because it's fucking gay as fuck. But it strips him off and then like slices his back, but like whips him with a towel first on the arm. I'm being serious.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that the video stops at like when he's getting tied up and shit.
But like no, but I like I said, it's hard to really like explain. Like the guy, you know, the main actor, like he was fuming because he was
Absolutely
actually
fuming.
no, because he was actually a closeted gay at the time. Like it was kind of like an open secret type thing, and so obviously once it came out and stuff, he was like, well, this is just fucking, you know, because he didn't want anybody to really like know and stuff. He didn't want to be pegged. Like it's like the 80s. Like it was dead weird. Like, and I can't do it justice. Like even the doc. Oh, just not like I was gonna say a documentary. Like because they have a documentary about all
You
the
watching gay
films.
documentaries on?
No, I was going on about the documentary for Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Oh, right.
About it being gay.
Mhm.
So you're watching a documentary about a gay film.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. I
You
guess.
you need to watch it. Like You need to watch it all. Like it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to explain. Like I bet you, if I go on the Wikipedia right now, right, there's something about the gay undertones of fucking Freddy's Revenge. Right there, it's like number 5 in context as plot, cast, production, reception, box office, critical reception, and then homoerotic subtext. Like, claiming its subtext suggests Jesse is a repressed homosexual.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Not from that clip, but I've never seen the film.
Yeah,
So.
and his flight to a male friend's house after he attempts to make out with his girlfriend at the pool party.
Yeah, but didn't Freddy ruin that?
What? Yeah, it's...
Yeah, but it's like still him. Like it's you can understand where it's coming from.
I don't know if I can. Maybe I'm just retarded.
The guy who wrote it sat there and said it became undeniable because it was increasingly emphasized through script rewrites.
Jesus.
So this isn't something to argue like, oh well, maybe it's not gay.
Yeah,
The
but
guy
I haven't
purposely
seen the
wrote it.
film, so I don't know.
Yeah, but from
That's
the
all I'm
scenes that
saying.
Alan's explaining, you can kind of pick that up.
And there's one scene that's really fucking cool, right? And it's when from that film, and it's when I like the entire idea of Freddy possessing a kid to kill because he needed power to kill other kids. I do like that entire thing. And there's one scene where he's talking to Jesse and he's going on about how Jesse's got the body and goes, I've got the brains, and then he takes his hat off and cuts open his head. And I think that's really cool scene. No, that's not related to anything. I just saw it when I was going down.
I just thought it was cool.
I did. But yeah, I've been really wanting to watch all the really good ones with the really bad ones right after. Because I think it's Freddy's Dead. That one is the worst one. Worse than the second, because it's now put pulp culture references.
Oh.
And it might as well be meme the movie for the 80s, you know? It's so dumb, and it's and they got it with just every famous horror thing has always got the campiest, stupidest fucking film or films in it, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
There's a one where Jason Gans into the future and becomes Metal Jason.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I've seen the bit where it's hologram girls try and seduce him or something.
Oh, that's the funniest scene. That's a callback to one of it's known as one of the best scenes, and it's one of the favorites is when there's a girl in it's one of them bags, the sleeping bags.
Yeah.
And he ties her in it, grabs it, and fucking just smashes it against a tree, and just breaks her back. And it's it's Kane Hodder as the guy who plays Jason. It's one of his favorite kills and stuff. And so that entire scene with the hologram girls is just a joke on that, because he's just batting them, batting one with the other in sleeping bags. And so it's ho ho ho.
Was that your reaction live, or?
It's Halloween's got a one with fucking, I forgot who it was, some Coolio. I think it was Coolio that was in it, and it was supposed to be it takes place in one house, and it's supposed to be a horror show. So they've got all these cameras set up, and it's just terrible. It's just weird the fact that they get so many of them out there that some of them just become embarrassing.
Yeah, I think because that's the thing, that just the need to put them out there, because you keep flinging it and it's bound to stick, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I hate film discussion. I don't watch films.
Yeah.
We've been in the wrong place for the past hour.
And I'm just a boomer who likes boomer films.
It's true.
Like I'm a huge fan of Clint Eastwood. That's about as boomer as you can get.
Fuck's sake.
Now, Clint Eastwood, that was an actor.
They don't make them like they used to.
You ever seen Kelly's Heroes? Who? That oddball.
No, I've never heard of just Daunting. What the fuck?
Alan's got a proper boner for fucking westerns. I hate
Westerns are good.
That was a western. That was a World War II.
Oh
film.
God, man.
Well, it's a World War II heist.
Oh, that's
film.
Jack's least favourite war because the fascists lost.
Nightmare. You should. You should.
It's my least favourite war because the communist one.
Oh. Oh.
Do we want to wrap it up?
Sure, wrap it up.
Wrap it up at that. Like, is there anything better than than laughing at Jack?
Ow.
Oof, what the fuck, Al? Look at he's taking revenge for the last one because the last one, the last half hour was just he miss more.
Oh.
Guess we'll fucking take turns to rip the piss out of someone at the end of it, you know what I mean?
Alright, Andrew next then.
Oh.
Prepared.
No.
Oh, I don't know. You never know. Oh, I had something to bring up. I'll wait until next one.
Oh.
Because it was something I found dead funny, and I only found, like... Oh, fuck it. I'll tell you this just before we end.
No. Right. Oh, go on then.
I'll read. So, like, I was talking to, like, one of the bouncers, like, one of the new bouncers I work with and shit when we were out. And he was going on about having again, like, this meeting where, like, they're going on about, like, you know, like, it's, like, a terrorist kind of thing, like, oh, who you should pick out and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
about, about profiling them, and, like, profiling whites when it comes to terrorism. And he's like, yeah, pal, do you know every white person they told us to profile was a ginger?
What the fuck?
I swear to God. And then it hit us, like, any time I saw, like, something in the thing about some jihadi white boy going over and getting anally raped.
Oh my God, yeah.
That ginger kid.
It was his gingers.
You know why? It's because we're a marginalised people.
I read jihadi Connor, settle dude.
You see, you figure it's going to be laughing at Jack, but it switches right to Connor.
Fuck it. It's not even laughing at me. Like, I am not all gingers, you fuck.
I mean, you're not all ginger anymore, you lost your hair.
Hashtag not all gingers.
So what fucking hair colour would you describe us as having then if I'm not ginger? Go
Then
on,
you've got scalp colour.
Skin.
So it's flesh colour.
Scalp.
You've got a ginger beard and scalp.
Fucking shit, man. Ginger gets so much shit for nout.
Apart from the jihad.
Not for now.
I did fucking yeah, but them morons, them being ginger has no to do with it.
But
I mean, they're all ginger.
yeah, that does say something.
It's because we're bullied and
There
we
might be a
want to
correlation.
jihad the bullies. I can relate.
I just know I'm gonna wash myself around James from now on.
Oh, James could jihad.
Like,
Yeah, okay, I can see James doing that fucking shit.
When I walked to John's one time, he had a full-on neck beard with no stash. So like,
Oh no, James
and
White.
he shaved it like
Immediately
thank
after
God.
you abused him.
I didn't really. I was very nice. I only called him a ginger goblin.
Okay, that is nice of you, actually.
Didn't see anything about his beard.
Or his jihad.
It was jihad. Well, I didn't want to. Once you get them gunning about it. Stop.
I didn't want to radicalise him.
Have I ever told you about the radical cause that's happening in the East?
John's gonna come home from work one day, get into James's room, he's watching fucking ISIS videos.
James turns around to and he's like, yeah, I fucking hate Israel, you know.
Fuck off.
Oh, people have been there for thousands of years.
Okay, this is...
Yeah, okay, right, this is going somewhere.
Right.
Right, let's stop that there.
You seeing this is going east?
Oh.
Connor goes for a holiday, mistakes mistakes Benidorm for fucking Syria. Oh no.
He gets off the plane, he looks at where he is, and he goes, "You can't be serious."
Get the Seinfeld theme. Get the Seinfeld theme.